ladies and gentlemen. Boswell Media Sports presents Friday Night Football.
Boswell Media Sports presents Kosciusko Whippet Football. Now, here's the voice of the Whippets, Breck Riley.
It's week 2 of the high school football season in Mississippi, and your Kosciusko Whippets are 1-0. The team had no problem last week dismantling a much larger 6A opponent in Neshoba Central, 49-7. Quarterback Caden Wade threw for over 200 yards and 2 touchdowns, but it was the Whippets' rushing attack that stood out, putting up over 340 yards and getting touchdowns by 4 different players. The defense was also impressive, only giving up just over 100 yards of offense to Neshoba. But that was on the road. Tonight, the Whippets are at home under the familiar lights at Landrum Field, where they will welcome in the Florence Eagles, who are coming off a powerful Week 1 performance of their own. The Eagles lit up the scoreboard last week in a 44-27 rivalry win over Richland, and they've got an unconventional offense that could pose an interesting challenge for that stout Whippets defense. This is the Prairie Farms pregame show. Up next, we'll hear from head coach Casey Orr. It's the Eagles versus the Whippets here from Boswell Media Sports.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
At Pickles Drug Store, your pharmacist does more than fill prescriptions. They're your guide to better health. We help you understand your medications, ensure your insurance is handled smoothly, and answer all your questions with care. Because at Pickles, you're not just a customer, you're part of our community.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Visit us today on the east side of the square in Kosciusko. Pickles Drug Store, your community Health Mart pharmacy, Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame as we count down the moments until the Whippets kick off against the Florence Eagles here on the first home game of the 2025 season. First of 2 home games in a row. So that's going to be fun. We got a few minutes to sit down and chat with the Whippets head football coach Casey Orr. And Coach, as always, we'll take a look in the rearview mirror and recap the game from last week. A big win over Neshoba Central on opening night. As we'll always do, we'll go offense, defense, and special teams. But let's go right out with the offense, putting up 49 points. You gotta like that, and how the team played and executed for it to be the first ball game.
Oh yeah, I thought the offense played really well. We're able to get a lot of people involved. You got touchdowns from Jackson Schuler, from Tay Roundtree, from C.J. Sandifer, from Terrell Tolliver, from Tyrion Riley. I mean, you got touchdown passes from Caden Wade, and some big plays out wide from Jabry Pierce and Ladarian McBride. It was just it was an all-around good performance from our offense, and you like when you're able to get that many guys involved in what's going on, and it makes it very difficult on the defense. I did think there were some mistakes we made along the way that we got to clean up. You know, you have the fumble right before halftime as you're going in to make it 28-0. That's something that you can't do, and then we have a pick six that gets called back, but you still give the offense the ball with a short field, and we're not able to punch that in. And so you look at it and think it could have been at halftime easily 35-0. So you got to eliminate those mistakes. But all in all, I thought they played really well. I thought our O-line did a great job, because giving Neshoba Central some credit, their D-line is big and they're physical and they're real athletic. And I thought our O-line did a really good job with them. That was kind of the matchup we were concerned with going into the game, and I thought our O-line really answered the bell there and held their own against Neshoba's D-line.
Yeah, those boys from Neshoba were big. I said they've been eating that bacon from Williams Brothers or something, man. Those boys were some big boys, but as you said, the offensive line stepped up to it. But defensively, you got to like what you had there, too, because, I mean, you give up 7 points, but that's sort of in a running clock situation there towards the end. You might have had some younger guys in the ball game, but offensively for Neshoba, I don't think they put up more than over 100 yards of offense. It wasn't a lot of offense, so you got to like that defensive performance as well.
You do, and that's something we've harped on all offseason. You know, in our tenure here at Kosciusko, we've always had some really good defenses, and we thought last year that we really, on that side of the ball, we didn't live up to the standard we had set, and our guys were hungry, and they've practiced different. They've got themselves prepared different, because they know we got to be better on that side of the ball, and they really answered the bell Friday night. I think Neshoba came out and got 3 first downs on their opening drive before we forced them to punt. And I don't think they had another first down to the fourth quarter when you started subbing guys out. And I think they ended the night with like right at 106 yards of offense. So it was a really good night for your defense. We were able to cause 1 turnover and did take it back for a touchdown, but got that call back on a holding penalty. And there were some missed tackles. You know, you expect that week 1 where your guys are just not tackling the way they should be, but you make up for that by flying to the football. And I thought we did a really good job of that Friday night by getting multiple hats to the football, and you get your buddy there with you, and you're able to get him on the ground. That's something we preach to our guys about, finishing plays and running to the football. And I thought, just a couple individual efforts. I thought Keith Lay had one of the better games he's played for us since he's been here at Kosciusko. Was really proud of him. LaMarcus Riley on the D-line had a really good night. That's a kid that played almost every snap defensively till we started subbing guys out, and that's a lot to ask of a big guy. Nick Sudeth along that D-line as well did a good job, and then your linebacking core, all of them. There's 4 of them played a lot of snaps, and Rowdy Roan and Ricari Covington and Tyrion Riley and Rashad Harrington, and they all did a really good job for us.
Now, looking at special teams, your kickoff unit got a lot of practice because you're scoring all those points. You know, didn't get too much in the kick return game, but you also, so your kickoff unit and your PAT teams got a lot of practice. So what did you think about your special teams performance?
I thought that our kicker had a really good night. On kickoffs, he did exactly what we asked of him. You know, we try to do some different things and according to the situation. I thought he did a really good job for us. Tried to go with the surprise onside kick one time, and he executed that beautifully. We just weren't able to get down to it fast enough on with our coverage guys, but I thought Ray had a really good night. I think he was 7 for 7 with extra points, so you can't ask for any better than that. There was some confusion on some extra points and things that we have had to clean up this week. I don't know, things that we didn't do at practice we started doing Friday night, and we had to kind of iron that out. But all in all, I thought special teams did a good job. I really thought the punt team did an excellent job because they never had to step on the field. Yeah,
that's what you like when you don't have to see them. But one of the things that we kept saying Braden Ray was doing was, I don't know if the grass was long or if it was just wet, but when the ball was hitting the sideline, Neshoba was thinking it was going to go out. It just stopped right there.
Man, it's like you hit a sand wedge on a couple of them. He just set it down right there. It was pretty. He did a really good job for us Friday night.
We'll step aside for a break. When we come back, we will continue here on the Prairie Farms pregame, counting down to the Whippets versus the Eagles here from Boswell Media Sports.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie, and Boss Buck gravity feeders plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG. Good health is our priority.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decades of support. Discover new styles, the best prices, and maybe walk away a winner.
Come on home.
Welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame show as we're preparing for the Whippets versus the Eagles, a team that the Whippets haven't seen since around 2017 or 2018. We'll get to those exact numbers later in the broadcast, but we're still chatting with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr. And, Coach, one thing I wanted to talk about from last week is you get that big 49-7 win, so you're able to get some of the younger guys in, late in the ball game, and that's really big, for those kind of guys to get those game reps. So what did you think about when those younger guys came in? They were able to score a touchdown and go through an extra point for you there. So how important is it for you to get those young guys those reps?
Well, it's really crucial to get those guys meaningful reps on a Friday night. Now, of course, all those guys play JV games for us every Monday or Tuesday night according to when the game is, but it just doesn't compare to getting actual reps on Friday night against varsity football players. And so we were really excited to get those guys in, and we're really excited with the way they performed. You have a young 10th grade back come in for you with Terrell Tolliver, and I think he had like 4 carries for 65 yards and a touchdown. So, I mean, kid had a really good night, and you see your JV O-line go out there and they're moving people and they look clean in what they're doing, and you're able to get some other guys some reps in key places. So that's always beneficial. And then defensively, yeah, we give up a touchdown on that last series, but I mean, they played pretty much the whole fourth quarter. I thought those guys did a good job. They got in the show off the field a time or two. So that's just it's very good for the future. Those are guys that are eventually going to be your Friday night starters down the road. So it's guys that you definitely want to get as many reps as you can.
Even as far as the you had backups in for snapping and holding, and on that PAT, I thought that's big because I mean you can snap and you can hold in practice all day long when there's nobody coming to try to hit you, but you had those guys get that playoff, because that's something that we talked about there was that's huge as far as in-game extra point attempts, because extra points are difficult a lot of times with the first team out there, but being able to get that off there is huge as well.
It is, and it gives a kid confidence for down the road, if somebody is injured and they got to go in and make a play, that they know, hey, I've done this before. This isn't the first time I've walked out here and had to do this. So it is very beneficial. And we try to explain to our starters that that's why you got to go finish football teams. If you get a chance to go put a game out of reach, you need to do that, because it only makes us a better football team when we're able to get these young guys in and get them some experience, because you're going to want those guys, our starters are going to want those young guys to be at their best level of play that they can be when they're called upon. You know, you're going to want that guy to come out there and help you win a football game. You want him to be as good as he possibly can be when he walks out on that field.
Let's do something that we like to do here throughout the pregame shows, is focus on a position group and talk about guys that are there that you have that maybe that start, and maybe the ones that count on to kind of come in and relieve some of the starters there. And this week wanted to talk about the receiving corps, because we've kind of touched on it, is you've got a lot of guys that you can run in and out and a lot of weapons. And we saw that the other night with Neshoba, with just how many different guys you're able to get passes to. So let's talk about that receiving corps and the guys that are important to you at that position group.
Well, that is a group that's very talented for us. You can make case that may be our most talented position group, but just kind of working down from seniors down, Jabry Pierce, who plays a lot of your Z for you, is a young man that the last 2 years has really blossomed on the football field, has really kind of grown into his body. He's a kid that's 6'1", 6'2", 170 pounds, got really good hands, runs good routes. So kid just does a lot for us. And then Rankin, William Rankin plays tight end for us, but arguably has the best hands on the football team. If the ball gets around him, he's going to catch the football, and he has a knack for getting open. He understands leverages and how to get himself into space and just make himself an easy target for our quarterback. And your juniors, you got Jackson Schuler, who plays that flex position, is just kind of a Swiss Army knife with all he can do, and seems like whenever you need a big play, he's a guy that can give you that. And then Ladarian McBride's probably got a higher ceiling than anybody else in the receiver room just because of his body type. I mean, he walks out on the field and he just catches your eye. That kid's got talent galore, and he's built to go play college football. And then you got Tay Roundtree, or Jontavius Roundtree, is one of the more athletic kids that I've ever had the luxury of coaching. He's just got a different gear that other kids don't have. And his intelligence allows him to do so much for us offensively, whether it's at the running back position or slot or wide receiver. The kid's invaluable for us, and he had a heck of a game Friday night. And then you get into some of your younger kids that are backing those guys up, like a Kendron Latiker and a Kenyon Weatherby. You got Arshawn Newell's, a kid that we're really excited about, that's just a 10th grader that's going to be a really good playmaker for us down the road. And then you got some freshmen like Zaylen Allen, who are going to be good football players. I think he's Antonio Harmon's maybe his uncle or maybe cousin, but he's got good bloodlines either way. But he's a kid that we're excited about moving forward.
A number of weapons there at that receiver position, and of course you got the quarterback that can get it to him, and we'll talk more about Caden Wade and the quarterback group at a different time as we break down the position groups throughout the year. But we're going to step aside for one final break. When we come back, we will take a look at our opponents tonight. This is Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Watkins Ward and Stafford welcomes member and partner Anita Goodrum, certified public accountant, to their Kosciusko office. Anita, along with Tammy Irving and staff, offer professional and personalized services and financial guidance for business and personal. Watkins Ward and Stafford is a full-service accounting firm offering QuickBooks, online hosting solutions, payroll, and direct deposits. Welcome to Kosciusko, CPA Anita Goodrum. Watkins Ward and Stafford, leading our clients through the next generation of change.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps.
Just like your fitness goals.
Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7.
Giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule.
Not hours.
Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees.
And hello to unlimited access to cardio machines,
weights,
and group classes like Pilates and spin.
All included in your membership.
Find us on Highway 12.
Where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024, message me on Facebook, or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame show, our final segment with Whippets head football coach Casey Orr ahead of a big matchup tonight, the first home game of the season, taking on the Florence Eagles, a really good team out of the Jackson metro area. I think some publications have them a top 10 5A squad. So, Coach Orr, what do you expect out of the Florence Eagles tonight?
Well, they're a really good. They're a really well-coached football team. Coach Davis does a great job with those guys. They play hard. They're very good at what they do. It's a unique scheme offensively. Nowadays, it wouldn't have been in the 90s. Everybody was running the I in the 90s and running single wing stuff. But nowadays, in this world of spread offenses, you don't see it very often. So it is something that our guys are not all that familiar with. So it's been something that we've had to really work on this week. And then they have a quarterback that's a really good football player. He's a next level guy. He's already got a couple college offers, and I think on their roster he's listed like 6'4", 215. So that's a big youngin you're trying to bring down when he gets to running the football. But we got to be good on the defensive side of the ball. For their defense, biggest thing that jumps out to me is just how much they get after you. They're going to fly to the football. They're going to play through the whistle. And it seems like every time they're making a tackle, there's 2 or 3 or 4 of them there. So, we're just going to have to be able to lean on them, trust our O-line, and be able to establish a running game with the backs we got. And then when we get a chance, we're going to have to be able to hurt them with the receivers we got. We feel like we match up well with our athletes versus their athletes. So when we get a shot, we just got to be able to take advantage of it.
Yeah, I was looking at their roster, and you don't see WB wingback next to a number of rosters this year. They got like 4 of them on their roster wingback. I was looking at that, and I was like, wow. So they're running a little bit of a different look this week. But for the folks listening, that were there last week against Neshoba, comparatively, what's the difference in Neshoba, similarity to Neshoba? What would you compare or contrast those two teams?
Well, they're not going to be near as big as Neshoba. It's going to be hard for us to play many teams that are as big as what Neshoba was, but they're night and day difference offensively in what they try to do and how they execute. The quarterback for Florence is just he's the guy for them that we have to make sure we can keep under control, because he can really spin the football, and when things break down, he's big enough and fast enough that he can hurt you with his legs. They're not as big as what Neshoba is, but they're a really good football team. I think they're going to have a chance to really make some noise inside their district this year and make a run at things. So it's a game where we better play well, and we better be able to match their intensity and their effort, because they're going to bring it.
They swapped from 5A South up to 5A North, so they're in there with like Holmes County Central and teams like that. Coach, one thing I want to ask about is you start off with a 6A team, and then you got a 5A team, and then in a few weeks you're going to have Olive Branch, and they're either 6A or 7A. That might be one to kind of go up and down. So is that on purpose? You're scheduling those big boys for a reason, or is that the only people that that you can find wanted to play you because they knew what kind of team the Whippets are going to have this year? So what was behind that scheduling process there to get these, some of the bigger teams on the schedule?
Well, we felt like we have a team, or we feel like we have a team that has a chance to go compete at a very high level this year in 4A. And when you get into the playoffs and you're really, you're expecting to go make a run at it, you've got to have your guys prepared. They've got to have seen and played good football teams. So when we put the schedule together this year, that's exactly what we tried to do. We tried to go find opponents that are bigger schools that are going to be able to put good teams out on the field to get us as good as we possibly can be. You know, you always want to win, of course, every Friday night, but with this non-district schedule, your biggest thing is, are we getting better each week? You know, if there's a scoreboard and an opposing team, we want to have more points than them when the game's over, but at the same time, are we getting better each week? So when we get into district play, can we be playing at a very high level? And then when we roll over into the playoffs, are we peaking? Are we as good as we possibly can be? And so that's kind of the mindset behind it. And then you and I have had this conversation before. I always like to take one long road trip when we're in our non-district, just because that's going to happen to you in the playoffs more than likely. You're going to have to load up and take a long haul trip to somewhere, and we don't want the first time for that to happen to be when it's a do-or-die football game. So we try to get that out of the way, so that's why we're making that trip to Olive Branch here in a few weeks.
Always got to go to New Albany and Itawamba and Amory, a Shannon, a Tishomingo, somewhere that, you got to leave at like lunchtime to get there on time in the postseason. But as you said, better that you get it done and have sort of a dress rehearsal for it in the regular season than doing it there first time in the postseason. Well, Coach Orr, we appreciate you for stopping by and talking to us, and good luck in the game tonight.
Thank you, sir.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy, farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
Boswell Media Sports.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame show here from Whippet Stadium. Brent Riley, Jeremy Tillman with you here, and we're counting down the moments until kickoff between the Kosciusko Whippets and the Eagles of Florence. The Little Whippet cheerleaders, they were out on the field just a little bit ago. They went through their routine, and they are going to be cheering with the high school cheerleaders. So if you catch a glimpse of a number of cheerleaders on the video stream, then that's what it is. Speaking of our video stream, it is online at breezynews.com as well as YouTube. You can find those links also on our X page or Facebook page as well, and those streams are brought to you by Allen's Furniture. Of course, you can always hear us on your radio dial right here in central Mississippi, 103.7, and you can hear the audio broadcast on the Breezy 103 app. So let's keep going with our pregame coverage. We'll give you tonight's starting lineups that are brought to you by Thomas Vision. We'll start with the defense for the Kosciusko Whippets. Starting across the middle there along the defensive line, it's the big man, the nose guard, LaMarcus Riley. Your defensive tackle is going to be Travion Nash. Your edge rusher, Nick Suddeth. Your linebacking core, in the middle you have Ricari Covington. On the outside you're going to have T. Riley. And then a combination of Rowdy Roan and Rashad Harrington. Coach said it could be one or the other, depending on what Florence comes out in their first set. He said that really Roan and Harrington are like 1A and 1B. They really like both those linebackers there. In your defensive backfield, you're going to see the 5 defensive backs. You have the safeties, J.T. Herron and Keith Lay and Zay Riley. And then your cornerbacks are going to be Martavion Miller and Adarius Bond-Slater. But we do expect to see a lot of Mylan Johnson. Coach said this week he had a good week of practice, and there's certain things that Florence does that he thinks Mylan Johnson is going to be the better call there. But taking a look at the offense, starting across the offensive line, Chavez Ellis is going to be your center. Left guard, Riley Petit. Right guard is going to be Trace Reagan. Your left tackle, Jadarius Wilkes. Your right tackle going to be the big man, Jeremiah Winter. Your starting receiving core will be the senior Jabry Pierce, the junior L.D. McBride, and last week's player of the game, John Tavius Tay Roundtree. Your running back is going to be C.J. Sandifer. Your flex is Jackson Schuler. We also expect a lot of William Rankin, so it could be a situation where if the Whippets come out 5 wide, Rankin would technically be a starter. And then at quarterback, it is going to be Caden Wade, the junior. So that's a look at your starting lineups for Kosciusko, brought to you by Thomas Vision. We'll also mention Braden Ray, who handles kicking duties, and Jabry Pierce, who handles the holding for PATs. Now we'll welcome in Jeremy Tillman to the broadcast, and we'll talk a little bit about the opponents, the Florence Eagles. Jeremy, we don't have starters, but we do have a few key players, and the Eagles do have a pretty good-looking squad out there.
That's right. The Eagles are coming in. They got a big win last week against Richland, which is right down the road from them. But let me mention just a few guys. This offensive squad is led by quarterback Kane Ashley. He's a senior, and last week he was 9 for 16 with 326 yards. And so a lot of what they do is just really centered around him. Now, running back wise, coming into the night, we was really looking at number 0, Brian Davis, but we do realize that he is actually in street clothes tonight, so he must be injured. But I know he was a guy that had a big year last year, and so but he is not dressing out, and so their go-to probably is going to be number 5, Noah Myers, or it may be Jaden Houston, number 1. Those are a couple of guys that have gotten some carries, and like you said, it's a talented group of guys out there. They got some good-looking athletes up front. Number 77, Cade Seals, is a guy that is a big guy that has had an offer from Mississippi Valley, and so they're going to put some good-looking athletes on the field tonight.
Yeah, and they will throw a lot of different looks at you, as Coach Orr alluded to. On the roster, I think I counted 4 positions listed as wingbacks, and I don't remember the last time I saw a wingback on a roster anywhere. Even if somebody runs a set, they usually don't put them as wingbacks. That should tell you how much they use them if they're listed as wingbacks. So Whippets have a tough go tonight against a larger opponent. Second week in a row, Whippets playing up a classification. Last week it was 6A.
as Neshoba Central was the opponent. Whippets with the big win over the Rockets, and this time it is 5A Florence, and they are ranked, I believe, I think Chris Brooks in the Mississippi Gridiron magazine had them around number 8, number 9, number 10, something like definitely a top 10 team in 5A. They swapped this year. They went from 5A South to 5A North. They, with the redistricting and everything, sometimes that happens. You have a team or two that'll go up a classification up to North or South, and so they're in the district with like Holmes County Central and places like that. Some of the schools in the metro area like Provine and other places like that. So, yeah, they have a tough schedule ahead of them. But, hey, it's going to be a good one. I think this is a sneaky good game here tonight from Kosciusko and Landrum Field. We'll give you the weather report and field conditions. Field conditions are turf, so pretty good field. But the weather a little bit warmer this week than it was last week. Last week we had that unseasonably cooler weather for the opening game, which was nice when you're standing on top of a press box. This a little bit more humid tonight. You're looking at a temperature right now around 83 degrees. So a little bit more humid. You might run into some more cramping situations. It's still early in the season, and the Mississippi humidity could play a factor into that. So that is your weather report and field conditions brought to you by Atala County Co-op. Now it's time to give you the game numbers, brought to you by Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. Third meeting all time between Kosciusko and Florence. So these teams have not met on the field too often. The series is tied 1 game apiece. The last meeting was September 21st, 2018. That game was down in Florence. That was a win for Kosciusko, 28-25. And so Whippets trying to take a 1-game lead in the series. But those game numbers brought to you by Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. If you need someone to handle numbers, whether that's accounting, payroll, taxes, whatever it might be, you can trust the nice folks at Watkins, Ward, and Stafford. A few other games we're going to be trying to keep up with tonight for you. You have a big one for the Ethel Tigers. They're going to be taking on St. Andrews down in the metro area. So Coach Junior Graham and the Tigers going on the road. And then the McAdams Bulldogs, they did not play last week, but they are actually down in Florence themselves. They're on the road at Discovery Christian School. So McAdams Bulldogs are there. Those are games that we're going to be following. Also, Nanawaya is playing East Webster. That's a big game. And then the big one up in the Golden Triangle, West Point and Starkville. You had Starkville and Oak Grove last week who had just the shootout with 59-56, one on the last play of the game. So now you got West Point and Starkville. West Point got a win over Louisville last week. Speaking of Louisville, the Whippets' rival, they're taking on a Shannon team that Kosciusko knows a lot about. Shannon eliminated the Whippets last year from the playoffs. So that, along with a few other marquee matchups in the metro area, Brandon, Madison Central. You got Petal and Ocean Springs. You got the Skunk Bowl today, Boonville and Baldwin. That's just fun. I don't know if the game's going to be great, but the name is great. The Skunk Bowl, and then you got the Little Brown Jug, the longest-running rivalry in the state of Mississippi, Hattiesburg and Laurel. They're playing tonight, so we will try to keep you up to date with these scores. But the Whippet captains getting ready to walk to midfield, as always. No. They're going to go, it's 2 offense and 2 defense. Yeah, so Jabri Pierce and Trace Reagan going to represent the offense. And for the defense, it's going to be J.T. Heron and William Rankin. So, no, it is 3 offense and 1 defense. So, J.T. Heron, William Rankin, Trace Reagan, and Jabri Pierce. And, Jeremy, you have the –
yeah, it looks like they're sending out number 1, Jaden Houston, number 77, Cade Seals, and that's number 3, Cam Page.
Yeah, you don't miss number 77.
That's right.
He's
stacked right up there in the middle.
As we said earlier, he's not a tiny one. He's listed, I wrote down, 6'3", 280. I think he was 6'3", 280 in the 7th grade maybe, because he looks a lot bigger than 6'3", 280 right now. But he is, as you mentioned, one of those big guys on the offensive line, and this is a team in Florence. They like to run it. They like to get in the I formation. They like to get in the wing T. They like to get in the – they might get in a wishbone. Who knows what they get in back there, Jeremy? So that is something that Whippets are, you don't see a lot of. The Whippets have a little bit of experience last year with Caledonia. They run that option attack. But other than that, is an offense that you don't see all that much. But, Jeremy, quickly, let's go with some keys to the game, because last week the Whippets got a big win, and now you got to come back and try to keep the momentum going.
That's right. You want to keep the momentum going and just build off of last week. It was some really good things that happened last week. You want to build off those good things, and then the few mistakes that was made, you want to, clean that up. But, going into tonight's game, one key thing is containing their quarterback. I mean, they love to get the ball in his hands to try to make something happen, whether it is through the air or just getting it to one of their skill guys. But is really containing Kane Ashley's going to be huge. And I would say jumping on them early. Man, jump on them as early as you can, score quick, and just don't take your foot off the gas. And then, as always, you don't want to give up big plays. That's one thing that, even last week for Florence, they scored on some big plays. But those are just a few keys as we head into tonight's game.
Yep, we're going to step aside for our prayer and our national anthem. We'll be back after this. Whippet football from Boswell Media Sports.
Kangaroo Crossing introduces Take Home Barbecue Meat by the Pound. Choose from brisket, chicken, or pork with their delicious prepackaged sides, potato salad, barbecue baked beans, and coleslaw. Order and pick up at Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive. Don't forget dessert, a 4-pound Cotton Blues Gourmet Cheesecake for $29.99, as well as party wing platters available at all stores. Stop by and take it home. Barbecue meat, sides, and dessert. Kangaroo Crossing, Veterans Memorial Drive in Kosciusko.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense. Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decades of support. Discover new styles, the best prices, and maybe walk away a winner.
Come on home.
Hello, Whippet fans. It's time for kickoff. This is Angel Alvin McDonald with State Farm Insurance. I welcome you to another action-packed night of Kosciusko Whippet football. State Farm takes great pride in supporting the Kosciusko Whippets in our community. Okay, boys, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
And welcome back into the Prairie Farms pregame as the Whippets take the field off to our right, running through the spirit line and the big red band. We're awaiting the Florence Eagles to run from our left. But as far as the coin toss goes, Florence won the toss and deferred its option to the second half. So they want to get the ball to Kosciusko to start the ball game. So the Whippets will receive. They're going to be moving it left to right. So the Whippets will be defending the south end zone, and they'll be headed towards the north end zone. So for the directionally challenged, the south end zone is the end zone with the concession stand. The north end zone is the end zone with the scoreboard. And the Whippets are going to go with the maroon tops and the gray pants. So maroon tops, gray pants, maroon helmets, the white interlocking KHS logo. They have white block numerals. For the Eagles, it is all white. White tops, white bottoms. They have red numbers, some red piping down the side, and they have red helmets with a wing on it. So imagine red Philadelphia Eagles helmets, and that's what Florence has. So that's a quick look at the teams. We're ready for the Angel Albin McDonald State Farm kickoff. And lining up to kick things away is going to be Luke Jones. So Whippets are going to bring up the return men, Roundtree and Sandiford. I'm up very close, right around the 21-yard line. So Jones, little wobbler, goes off a couple of hands, and Jabri Pierce is going to let it roll out of bounds way back around the 20-yard line. Boy, that was, I believe that was the old watermelon kick.
Yeah, and it looked like it was going to stay in there for a minute.
Yeah, that never got on the tee. They just put it down sideways like what we call backyard football. Just called it a watermelon and then just kicked it. So, yeah, where are they going to put it down? But because it hit off a couple of Whippets and went out of bounds, it's not a free kick out of bounds. It's a live ball, so it's not a penalty. So, looks like it rolled out around the 22-yard line. So, 1st and 10 for the Whippets from the 22. Caden Wade takes his snap, going to look right, catches the Pierce, coming inside, up the hash marks, breaks one tackle, and then across the 35 to the 39-yard line. 17-yard pickup for Jabri Pierce.
Yeah, that's what this Whippet offense likes to do, just get it out there to a playmaker. And, man, good job right there with those couple of receivers out there creating a scene for him to run in.
Oh, one play and a first down. This time the Whippets flipped that formation, put one receiver wide to the left, one wide to the right. You got an H-back in, and that's Schuler. There gives the give to C.J. Sandifer. Runs left behind his tackle, and he'll get about 4, maybe 5 yards on first down. Actually, looks like they gave him 6. Yeah, it's about 5. About 5, yeah. So second down, 5 yards to go for the Whippets. First quarters for Whippet football brought to you by Central Tire Service. Schuler going to come out. Last week's player of the game, Tay Roundtree, comes in. Hey, Tay Roundtree had a birthday this week. I said he had a big week. He was player of the game last week, a couple of touchdowns, and this week had a birthday. Now, there's another Whippet on the team with a birthday, but we'll talk about him when he gets in on the defense. Second down and 5. Quick throw, catch made by Roundtree. Breaks one tackle, forced out of bounds. Close to a first down. Going to be a yard short. I thought there was a flag, but there's some kind of a red flag. Looked like.
It came out of.
Yeah. Pierce has some kind of red, like a red tape, red flag, something like that, kind of hanging out of his, like a towel or something. So that's what it was. It'll be third down and short for the Whippets from their own 48-yard line. They got to get to the 49, moving it left to right, no score. About a minute and 15 seconds have ticked off the clock. It's going to be the I formation. The give goes to Schuler, and he has got the first down across the 50 down to the 46-yard line. It is a serve pro first down. So last week, Whippets weren't able to get much up the middle, but that was because all that beef that Neshoba Central had along that defensive line. We talked about how big those guys were. This week, Whippets able to get good push off that offensive line. Schuler comes out. William Rankin comes in a slot to the right. They're going to motion Sandifer out of the backfield. It's going to be a quick throw to McBride, who catches it on a screen. He'll get a few yards, moving the pile forward. About 4 on first down. All right, Whippets just kind of methodically going down the field, looking to the right. They got an injured Florence Eagle right around the 40-yard line, going to be tended to by the training staff. The Whippets are keeping it rolling pretty quickly here early on. C.J. Sandifer, Jackson Schuler with carries. You have big catches from L.D. McBride and Jabri Pierce. And Jeremy, that's one thing that the coaches like, is that they have so many weapons to get to.
Yeah, it's nice when you got multiple guys that's got hands that can catch the football, and so you gotta respect all of them when you put them on the field. And so that's one thing that it opens up just so much more that you can do offensively when you got guys that can just make plays.
Yeah, we saw it last week when Roundtree was getting all those big yardage situations, and then you had where they were kind of looking in the backfield at Roundtree, and I was able to open up a couple of big passing plays. But the injured Florence Eagle gets up. It's going to walk off under his own power as Jaden Houston. All right. Houston is listed as a running back / linebacker. But yeah, he's walking off. It looks like definitely shaken up, but got a nice round of applause from the Whippet faithful here. So Whippets will have a second down, about 6 yards to go from the Florence Eagle 42-yard line. Whippets lining up. They're already ready to get this rolling, and there's the whistle and they're ready for play. C.J. Sandiford to the left of its quarterback. It is a give to Sandiford. Runs right, jumps over the 40-yard line down to the 37. So a 3rd down and 2 situation for the Whippets. Sandiford just one of his linemen was kind of low on the ground, and Sandiford just kind of jumped over him. So we might see that I formation. No. And the 3rd down and short. Sometimes you see the Whippets come out, but they are going to keep the shotgun set. We'll have Jackson Schuler in as an H-back. It is a keeper to Sandiford running right up the middle, lowers his shoulder into the safety and gets an extra 2 yards down to the 24-yard line.
Yeah, he just ran it right up the gut right there and was able to pick up good yardage there to get that first down.
It's a 14-yard pickup and a Serve Pro first down. I tell you, Jeremy, what I like about that is Caden Wade selling the fake. When he hands the ball off, he's out there waving his hands in the air, kind of like he's got the ball. So good play fake there by the junior quarterback, Caden Wade. But William Rankin in at the slot, motion, Roundtree, fake it to him, whistles, and I think it's going to be a false start against the Whippets, which might help the Whippets.
Yeah, I believe it is going to help right there for sure.
Yeah,
they were sitting on that.
Yeah, somebody was ready along that defensive linebacking group for the Eagles. That is going to be Caden Boyd, who had blown that one up. You think they practiced that a little bit this week?
I believe so.
When they see number 2 go in motion,
that's right.
They ready to go. But yeah, Caden Boyd was ready. But as I said, that one probably Whippets are lucky it's only a loss of 5, and you still get still get to be first down. So first down and 15. 2-by-2 set. It's an option play. Caden Wade will pitch it to Sandiford. Runs right outside the numbers. Slips away from one tackle and jumps on 1 foot. And keeps going down at the 15-yard line. It will be enough for the Serve Pro first down. A 16-yard pickup on the option play.
Yeah, nice job right there. And another thing you see out of this Whippet team is they've been playing together for so long, man. You can just tell that. You can see the experience in what they do.
They actually get it down to the 14-yard line. Well, it is at the 15. Scoreboard said 14, but it is at the 15. William Rankin checks in, tight end right. Jackson Schuler lined up H-back left. Wade's going to throw left. Catch made by Pierce. Turns away and gets bear hugged down, but it is a good pickup inside the 10 around the 8-yard line. About a 7-yard pickup. Second down and short. Whippets can get a first down right around the 5-yard line. Whippets taking some time off the clock here in this opening drive. No score in the opening quarter. Handoff goes to Sandiford. Runs over one tackle inside the 5. Has the first down to the 3-yard line. Good job by Sandiford, as that is going to be first and goal for the Whippets. 7 minutes on a ticking clock. See if the Whippets go to that I set. Looks like they will. I formation. Schuler's your fullback. Sandiford is your running back. It's a give to Schuler. Is he in? He is. Jackson Schuler with the 3-yard touchdown run from his fullback spot, and the Whippets methodically go down the field and get on the board. Touchdowns brought to you by Baptist Atala. Whippets go with the swinging gate right here. They like what they have. It's going to be Caden Wade, and he takes it in. The Whippets convert the 2-point conversion, and they lead it 8-0 to start the ball game back in 60 seconds here on Boswell Media Sports.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice brand, and even peanut butter and jelly rice brand feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Boswell Media Sports.
Kosciusko has an 8-0 lead, taking its opening drive down the field and capping it off with a 3-yard touchdown run by Jackson Schuler. Braden Ray's kick sails out of bounds, so that will be a penalty. Free kick out of bounds. We'll put the ball at the 35-yard line. Might not be bad, so bad, Jeremy. Last week the Eagles had a kick return touchdown.
That's right.
Yeah, so
it's
might
not a bad thought
it might not be so bad to kick it out of bounds. But Kane Ashley comes out leading the charge. Very talented quarterback. He'll clap for it. Going to throw a little swing pass. Catch is made at the hash marks and going to get enough for a first down. About 12 yards on the pickup is Morgan Weathersby. Like Heron got the tackle for the Whippets, but yeah, they had the little Whippets get a little taste of their old medicine right there.
That's
Very
right.
similar to what the Whippets like to do offensively. But Kane Ashley, junior quarterback, last week, 9 out of 16 for 326 yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 1 rushing touchdown. So he is a talent. I mentioned in the pregame, he's got an offer from Hines Community College. Just a junior. Motion, give off to the running back, and there he goes, the big man, Noah Myers, right up the middle. And he'll get about 4, maybe 5 yards. Looked like Riley, LaMarcus Riley on the tackle for the Whippets. Don't quite get to the 50. So it will be second down and about 6 yards to go. They're going to shift out of that formation. Move the running back to the right, move a couple of tight ends to the left. They give to Myers again, and he'll run left. Good defensive play by J.T. Heron. One of the first ones there. That is going to be about a 3-yard pickup. Third down, about 4 yards to go. Kosciusko leads it 8-0 with 5 minutes and some change to go here in the first quarter. As we have a whistle and we have a heat time out. We're back in 60 seconds.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Out of the heat, timeout. Third down, about 4 yards to go for Florence, moving it right to left into Whippet territory just across the 50. It is going to be a fumbled snap, and it looks like the Whippets have it. Who's got it? Coming up with the ball for the Whippets was Rashad Harrington.
Boy, a big play right there out of that Whippet defense. And looked like the quarterback and the running back, just a little miscommunication right there. Ball hits the turf, and like you said, Harrington sitting right there ready to jump on it.
Yeah, it looked like I think Ashley tried to hand it off before the snap got there. That was kind of as you said, something a little bit off balance, but it's a big turnover for the Whippets, and they'll have the ball at midfield, leading at 8-0, 5:40 to go in the first quarter. Last time the Whippets had a pretty good drive, took a lot of time off the clock. It's going to be a reverse to Roundtree, and he loses the ball, and he'll get it right back to the Eagles. That time on the recovery for Florence. I'll find a name for you. Terrence Morris. Exchanging turnovers at midfield. But even still, Jeremy, the Eagles were ready for that play.
That's right. They were sitting on it.
Yeah,
you're right.
I think there's a spy on number 2 because every time Roundtree's tried to do something to get the edge, he has been covered up. So after all that, it's going to be 1st and 10 for Florence from the Whippet 48-yard line. Ashley with a little bit of a low snap, going to throw incomplete. Little turnaround route for Weathersby, and Ashley short-armed it to him. So 2nd down, and Jeremy, sometimes you see that out of a quarterback after a turnover.
Yeah.
He's kind of rushing himself a little bit.
That's right.
Well, Kane Ashley last year, a pretty good season, 57 for 103, 847 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. So I do see Noah Myers out there, sort of their guy, as Brian Davis, Jeremy told you in the start. Coach's son injured, not here, in play and close. Shift the formation, line the 2 tight ends from the left to the right. Ashley, he's being pursued. He's going to throw it away and throws it to the front row. Is that not going to be, I guess they're going to say there was a receiver there. Close enough, but Ashley definitely threw that to one of the reserve players on the sideline, had to catch it.
Yeah, it was a nice pursuit right there by those front linemen. Their front 3 linemen did a great job. And, man, they pull a lot. And the key to that is just getting in those offensive linemen's hip pocket. And that's what they did right there, man. They were sitting right on him, put pressure on him, made him have to get rid of it.
Clock stops on the incompletion. 3rd down and long. You might be in 4-down territory here if you're Florence, and you're trailing at 8-0. To the Kosciusko Whippets. First quarters for Whippets football presented by Central Tire Service. 2 receivers to the left, H-back lined up right, tight end is right. Big Noah Myers is the running back. He gets the carry, runs left, and will get 3 yards, and that's all. Excuse me, that is not Noah Myers. That's Caden Boyd.
Yeah, it looked like they brought him from that wing position, like a little shovel pass. You don't see a lot of that. Man, they throw a lot at you.
So as I suspected, it looks like 4-down territory for the Eagles. Probably get a hard count right here, try to get a little bit of it back. If you're the Eagles, it'll be 3rd down and 7. 1 receiver to the right, ball right in the middle of the field. Now Ashley's going to step back. He might pooch kick it. He is going to pooch kick it. And that is going to hit and take a bounce into the end zone for a touchback. He pulled the old Matt Wyatt.
That's right.
He stepped back and punted it away. Whippets, after the teams exchange turnovers at midfield, it's going to be Whippets football. 1st and 10 from the 20 with 4:38 to go in the ball game. Talked about Matt Wyatt, who's a legendary figure in Mississippi sports. The coach for Florence is one of those. Rod Davis, former Southern Miss standout. He also played 3 years in the NFL. Played for the Vikings. He was the Connerly Trophy winner back in 2002, given to the best college football player in the state of Mississippi, 2-time All-American. He was the Conference USA Player of the Year in 2002, so he knows a little bit about football. Florence got him a good one. He came over from Northwest Rankin. Caden Wade hands off to C.J. Sandifer. Runs right up the middle. 4, maybe 5. Well, they keep walking. They say about 6 yards on first down. Jeremy, he's running right behind number 74.
That's right, and that's where, this Whippet offense so far has seen success. We're just right there between the tackles early, like you said. They're looking for that outside speed a good bit. They're sitting on that, but in between those tackles, we're able to get some positive yards.
Big number 74, Jeremiah Winter, who was Caden Wade with a quick throw off the hands, incomplete. Wanted a little screen pass, a little turnaround out to Jabry Pierce. And, boy, that's a hot one. Wade, one thing Wade does good, he got a quick release.
Yeah.
He gets it out there very quickly. That one was just a little bit off the hands of Pierce. He had a good block out there from Schuler. But it'll be third down, 4 yards to go for the Whippets. 4 minutes to go first quarter. See what the Whippets dial up right here. L.D. McBride's going to be wide to the right. Tight end right is Rankin. It's a keeper from Caden Wade. He runs forward, and he's going to have it just enough for the Serve Pro first down. 5-yard pickup up to the 31. Caden Wade did a good job there on that QB read. They're keying off on C.J. Sandifer. So fresh set of downs for the Whippets to work with. They want to keep that Florence offense on the sideline. It can be your best weapon sometimes is when the other team's quarterback doesn't get on the field. It's a give to Sandifer. He just keeps the legs churning. So hard to bring down up to the 37-yard line for a 6-yard pickup. Yeah, Whippets used a number of running backs last week. You had C.J. Sandifer. Of course, you had T. Riley, who we mentioned, can get in and do some running. You're going to see Schuler come out of the game, and Roundtree going to go in. So, as we mentioned throughout the broadcast already, that Roundtree is really keying off on number 2. But he's lined up in the slot right here. As Wade takes a snap, got plenty of time, airing out wide open. Jabry Pierce catches it at the 45-yard line. Keeps going, and the ball is stripped out. Who's got it? No signal. Still no signal.
I think they've got it.
I think
they didn't give a signal, though.
Yeah, I guess Florence has it. Whippet offense is coming off the field. Yeah, now we get the signal. So, yeah, you had Pierce wide open, but, hey, you got to give some credit to, I think it was Weathersby. I believe it was Weathersby that was running right behind him and just did – it's something that they practice each and every week when you run up behind somebody and try to strip the ball out. And that's what Weathersby did. A good play by that young man, but the Whippets had a wide open Pierce. Essentially works like a big punt right now, but the Whippet offense had been rolling. Be first and 10 for the Eagles from their own 38-yard line. Throw, catch made along the far sideline. Running it out of bounds is Caden Boyd. It's just that little swing pass. That's been about the only thing that the Eagles have been able to really catch the Whippets with. And it will be a 9-yard pickup. Yeah, all that is more like an extended handoff. It's just a little swing out there. Now you got a very dangerous situation here with a second down and short. This time 3 receivers come to the left. Going to have Myers as the running back. He gets the carry, runs right. Whippets stop him up, no gain. A lot of Whippets out there. Looks like LaMarcus Riley, Mylan Johnson on the tackle. Remember we said Mylan Johnson was probably going to get some playing time here this week. Kind of going back and forth with him and Bond Slater, switching some splitting reps out there. Coach said he likes what Johnson brings to the table. So third down, actually lost a yard.
Yeah, he lost a yard on that.
So give him a tackle for loss. So third down and short, third down and 3. A motion Boyd. It's going to be a keeper by Ashley. He runs forward. I think he's going to have that spot. He's got just enough for a first down. Yeah, he got it. But Ashley's a big kid. Whippets had him in the backfield. Rashad Harrington on the tackle for the Whippets, along with a few other guys. But yeah, Ashley, he's not a small guy. He's probably about 6'3". Very comparable to Caden Wade.
Yeah,
looks-wise.
Yeah.
He might even be a little bit heavier than Caden Wade, but height-wise, they seem to be about the same height. So good-looking quarterback out there. Hard to bring down with just an arm tackle. First down, 10 yards to go. Clock will be under a minute by the time the Eagles get this set. It's going to be a sweeper to Myers going to the right, and he's going nowhere but into the turf. A loss of about 2 yards. Out there in the tackle, Nick Suddeth. Also, Mylan Johnson in on the tackle as well. So second down and 2. The TFL probably get in at least one more play, barring an incomplete pass that'll stop the clock here in the first quarter. But second down, around 12, 13 yards to go. Ashley claps for it. It's a low snap. He throws out to Weathersby, who makes the catch. He'll be tackled from behind. Great pursuit by J.T. Herron, but it is a decent pickup for the Eagles. It will make it third down and around 3 as the ball gets put down right at midfield. I mean, it is right on the 50 on the left hash. But I believe that's going to do it. That'd probably be the last play of the quarter. And it will be. After one quarter of play, the Whippets lead at 8-0. We'll step aside for 60 seconds. This is Whippets football from Boswell Media Sports.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
This is Chris Coleman, your neighborhood Alpha insurance agent. At Alpha, we understand the value of hard work, trust, and protection for the ones you love. Alpha Insurance has a long proven history of taking care of the folks who hold these same values. As your local Alpha agent, I want to help protect you and your family and help you succeed and prosper as you go through the journey of life. Call me at 662-289-1024. Message me on Facebook or drop in at 235 North Madison Street in Kosciusko. Alpha Insurance for all of your auto, home, life, and commercial needs.
Boswell Media Sports.
Start the second quarter. I would say flip into the field, but there's nowhere to flip. The ball is at midfield. So teams just kind of face different directions, but the Eagles of Florence will have a third down and 3 from the 50. It's a snap, going to be a throw, and going down in the backfield, Kane Ashley. Hey, there he is, the other birthday boy we needed to tell you about, T. Riley, with a birthday this week. Got him a sack. Great play there by T. Riley. He had a big play last week on his 40-yard touchdown run. But that was just a blitz, straight blitz coming from the Whippets on third down.
Yeah, it was a good defensive call, man. They were just pinning their ears back and came and got him right there.
So it looks like Ashley does not handle normal punting duties. It's going to be Luke Jones who will step back to punt it. That was a loss back to the 40-yard line. It's a good kick. Roundtree will come up and call for a fair catch at the 32-yard line. Whippet fans and Whippet coaches wanted a flag as one of the Eagles ran into the return man. Flag stayed in the pocket. The second quarters for Whippets football are brought to you by Pickles Drugstore. And on the stick around for our Citizens National Bank halftime report. Give you the halftime stats and take a look at some scores from around the state. And we'll give you the performance of the Kosciusko Big Red Band if you get over to our video feed that's available at YouTube. The stream's brought to you by Allen's Furniture. Whippet offense, after its first drive, has dealt with some turnover issues. It's going to be a give to C.J. Sandifer. He runs left, upended across as he crosses the 40. Does he get enough for the first down? He does. 11-yard pickup and a Serve Pro first down. Sandifer just with a good burst of speed. I mean, you look at him and you think he's going to be a big bruiser, but he's got some legs too.
Yeah, he's a tough guy to bring down too, like you said, man. He drives those legs. You're not going to take him down on just first contact normally.
First down, 10 from the 44-yard line. Ball on the left hash. Quick throw to L.D. McBride. Makes the catch. Slips. Puts his hand in the ground. He will get a yard maybe. Yeah, turf monster got him there. The humidity setting in out there on the turf. And getting a little slippery. They actually give him 2 yards on some forward progress. So second down, 8 yards for the Whippets. William Rankin will walk onto the field. They're going to line him up as H-back. Yeah, H-back left. Wade with a fake. He is being pursued. He's going to throw, looking for McBride. He's open at the 30. He is racing to the corner. Will be pushed out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Credit Caden Wade for just keeping it open, and that was double coverage too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And that's what'll happen. Like when you got a guy like Caden Wade that's strong like he is, you're just not going to pull him down, and he was able to just make a play, man, just break loose. And McBride just continued on down the field, didn't set, steal, didn't set on that. And Wade to McBride for that first down and sets up in good position right here.
Schuler will be back in. Lined up as an H-back to the right. William Rankin is also in as a tight end. We got a whistle, and Coach Rod Davis wants to take a timeout. 8-0, Kosciusko leads at 9:52 to go. First and 10 from the Florence 11-yard line. And we'll stay right here. I don't want to go anywhere. Kosciusko very close knocking on the door here. We will give you a score update. Score updates brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. Down in the metro area, the Ethel Tigers leading at 16-0 over St. Andrews. And Ethel looking to go 2-0 under the Hall of Famer, Coach Junior Graham. His first year back coaching at his alma mater. At halftime, we'll give you a few more scores that we can find them. Also have another score update for you out of 7A. Germantown is up 23-0 over Oak Grove. Score updates brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. Whippets back ready to go. It's a keeper by Caden Wade. He runs forward, spins in for the touchdown. Caden Wade on a QB keeper right up the middle. It's an 11-yard run. Touchdowns brought to you by Baptist Atala.
You see his strength right there, just taking it and running right up the gut right there, and was able to spin off of him, man. Just a great job right there running by quarterback Caden Wade.
Now the Whippets shift out of that swing and gate situation, and it'll be a PAT attempt. Braden Ray out of the hold of Jabri Pierce. It's a good snap. The hold is bobbled, so the PAT never even attempted. But the Whippets get another one, 14-0. They lead at 9:44 to go in the second quarter.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decades of support. Discover new styles, the best prices, and maybe walk away a winner.
Come on home.
In the legal jungle, experience and personal attention are your best allies. Meet Al Chaddick, attorney at law, navigating the courts with direct one-on-one consultations. No middlemen, just you and Al, tackling your legal battles together. Ready for a winning strategy? Call Al Chaddick's law office at 662-289-2242 today.
Listing of the above legal services does not indicate expertise therein.
Boswell Media Sports.
Coming out of the timeout after the Whippets score, Braden Ray's kick was taken in by Caden Boyd around the 20-yard line. He runs it right up the numbers and gets to the 35 before he's pushed out of bounds. Kosciusko with a 14-0 lead here with 9:40 to go in the opening half. Second quarters for Whippets football brought to you by Pickles Drug Store. The Eagles going to switch out of their standard set, going to go to that I form. We told you they would do this. Ashley goes under center. It's a give to Boyd, and he is hit and dropped. It's Rowdy Roan on the tackle for the Whippets. It's only about a 2 to 3 yard gain. Good job there by Rowdy Roan. We told you, sort of a splitting series. Rowdy Roan one series, Harrington one series. Coach Orr called that 1A and 1B. Rowdy Roan, very talented baseball player for the Whippets as well. So second down, 3 yards to go. Also got a new body in across that defensive line. We'll have to get you that number when we can, but there's going to be another I-form set. This time they move to the right. It's going to be a toss to the left. Boyd trying to get the edge. Great pursuit by the Whippets. It's J.T. Herron again.
Well, Herron did a good job right there of just scraping and coming up right there and making that play. And it looks like they're just wanting to line up 11 on 11 and just let's just run it straight at you and see if you can stop it right here.
Who can get to the edge? Yeah, Travion Nash and Nick Suddeth exchange coming in and out. But there's another Whippet up there. Can't quite make out the number. Along that offensive line. Defensive line, excuse me. As you got LaMarcus Riley and Nick Suddeth. There might be Ellis in there.
I can't tell who that is.
It's kind of rolled up. Third down and long. Ashley dropping the throw. That is incomplete. Great defense by Zay Riley. It was a little bit overthrown. Aiming for have a 16. Have a 16. Cruz Ashley, brother to brother right there. Quarterback to quarterback. Ashley in. It was incomplete, but good coverage.
And that was Nash in at nose.
Okay, it's 58. It's not, yeah, okay, yeah. 58, not 50. I wasn't thinking that you'd run your center out there. We had a whistle and a stoppage of play. Timeout Kosciusko. They weren't set for something. So it wasn't Nash that Suddeth came in for. It was McNeil. There it is. Braden McNeil was in. So I said some of these jerseys get rolled up under there, and you kind of can't make out the numbers, especially the 0s and the 8s. They kind of get, Jeremy, we're not as young as we used to be.
That's right.
The eyes don't play tricks on you.
Well, stuff starts getting blurry after a while.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. We tried it. Plus, it's only second game of the year. Still trying to learn those numbers from everybody. Make sure we do it. I do see number 27. That one's easy to see, and that's J.D. Cummins. Another one of those Whippet baseball players that came out to play football. He's along that defensive line. Whippets maybe going punt safe here. Well, maybe it is punt return. There's a couple of guys out there that aren't normally out there, so I'd say it is punt return. They're going to go quickly. There's the snap and the kick, and somebody started early for Florence, I think. Yeah, the Eagles were all on the sideline, ran out very quickly like they wanted to get set and snap it, and that can be, if you could do that, it works. But it's difficult to pull off where nobody flinches or something like that. So backs the Eagles up 5 yards, 4th down and 11. It'll send the punter back to the 20. It'll have Roundtree standing on the Whippets' 40-yard line. Kick was almost blocked by Ricari Covington, but it hits and takes a great Florence bounce at the 35. It'll roll about 15 yards down to the 20-yard line, where Ricari Covington was about an inch away from blocking that kick. Whippet offense will take over with 7:35 remaining in the second quarter. Got another score, Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts score update for you. For the Little Brown Jug, after one, no score between Laurel and Hattiesburg. This is something like the 104th straight time those teams have played each other. I know Keys is out, though. The big stud wide receiver for Hattiesburg, he is out tonight. So could be an interesting game down there between the Bricks and Laurel. At 7:35 to go. Whippets hand the ball off. Running it is C.J. Sandifer, getting 11 yards and a Serve Pro first down. I'd be interested to see what the Whippets have done on first down tonight.
Yeah.
They've gotten a lot of yardage on first down. Been able to move the ball. Just been plagued with a couple of turnovers.
Yeah, just got to protect the football because, like you said, able to get some yards in.
William Rankin in at the slot, left side. Caden Wade takes the chest high snap, uncorks it wide open. Schuler off his hands, incomplete. Schuler was open at the 50, just off of his fingertips. Schuler,
yeah, that's one of those that he normally catch, but he's out there wide open. That's one of those that he may not have had enough pressure on him right there to make
Schuler,
that play.
Yeah, he'll be kicking himself after that because he's normally sure-handed. And
there's a flag.
Situation most likely in a hold.
Yeah.
Oh, no, they take chop block. I still haven't got. I've gotten personal foul, chop block, the Macarena. I've gotten everything from the official. I still never technically saw a sign. Like I said, looked like he was doing the hand jive out there, like on Grease. But at some point I saw chop block. And then I saw another signal as well.
I'm backing them on up.
So this is a 30-yard penalty. So it should be first down at 25 for the Whippets. A give to Sandifer. He'll run and jump over somebody, get out across the 20-yard line up to the 22. It'll be second down and still a long way to go. They're backed up about Hesterville. Let's see, the ball is at the 22. And they got to get to the 42. So, yeah, second down 20. Wade throws, catch, pulled in at the 25-yard line. Pierce breaks one tackle, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll make it a third down and 10. 10-yard pickup. But Pierce has been able to get open, just getting out there, sitting down on some routes. Yeah, so third down and 10. We're going to have probably a heat timeout. We will. 6 minutes to go. Kosciusko faces a third down at 10 from its own 34-yard line. We're back in 60 seconds on Boswell Media Sports.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here. Only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Albin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Kosciusko with a 3rd down and long out of the heat timeout. Gets a hard count, and Florence jumps off sides, so the Whippets will have a little bit easier. 3rd down and 5. Should mention that Reliant Therapy brings you timeouts for Whippets football. Been a relatively clean game penalties-wise for it to be the second game of the year.
That's
right.
right.
I haven't had too many. You have some procedural penalties like you expect, but it is, as we said, still just week 2. So tight end left, pistol formation. Turn, give to Sandifer, running forward. He's not going to have the first down. He'll get across the 40. Up to the 41, 4th down, 2 yards to go. Caden Wade wants to go for it. Be an awfully bold move to go for it. Your side of the 50. I bet you could see a hard count and then a timeout maybe. Something along those lines. But the offense is going to stay out there. I don't know, Caden Wade can do the Matt Wyatt too. He does everything else. Well, they're going to go high formation.
Yeah.
They want to try to muscle it in. And Coach Davis wants a timeout. He wasn't quite ready for that. Wanted to see what the Whippets were going to line up in. And he takes a timeout. We're going to stay right here. Yeah, so 4th down and 2 yards to go. A bold move for Coach Rhodes and the offense coach, or go for it 4th and 2 from your own 41-yard line. I mean, the Whippets are averaging positive yardage, Jeremy. Probably got to be close to 3-4 yards of play if you break down the averages. And it's just one of those things where you gamble right here because the Eagles will get the ball back to start the second half.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a chess match right here, and interested to see what the Whippets will come out in, what formation right here, because they showed them the I formation. And short yardage, they're thinking Schuler, on a dive for sure.
You know what I like? You know what I like right here? I like old number 17, open over the middle.
Oh, yeah.
Open over the middle. Coach Orr told me, he said Rankin might have the best hands on the team. And I said, y'all had him playing offensive line for 2 years. Well, yeah,
he's right here on this end. Now he's going up top.
They're going to line up as a tight end.
Yeah,
he's going to line up as a tight end. So Whippets bring the offense out. 4th down and 2. Wade looks to get a new play. Coach Rhodes, he is going to call a new play in. 10 on the play clock. Coach Davis wants another timeout. Oh, there's a flag.
Flag, yeah.
Pierce seems to think it's against the Eagles.
Yeah, they got too many.
Too many men on the field.
Guys. Yeah, that'll work.
There it is. So illegal substitution. 12 men on the field. The Whippets have it given to them by the Eagles. Those kind of things frustrate you as a coach because it's out of a timeout, right? Out of a timeout. But I'm still glad to see that we can look at Jabry Pierce to know what's going on. You got to watch you don't know what's going on, watch number 6. He'll tell you. He's excited. He's a fun player to watch. Good basketball player, too. Whippets get a free first down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Caden Wade over the middle. Catch made. Look who it is.
There it is.
Number 17, William Rankin, catches it at the 40-yard line. 14-yard pickup and a serve pro first down. Yeah, he comes up limping a little bit, but I think his foot kind of got caught in the turf. He kind of planted into the turf a little bit. He's going to run to the sideline. Maybe he might be dealing with a cramp as well, so he's going to catch a breather. And Jackson Schuler will run back in. Whippets also bring in Tay Roundtree. He's lined up in the right, 3 receivers to the right. 1 to the left is L.D. McBride just outside the numbers. A give to Caden. CJ Sandifer breaks 1 tackle, breaks another tackle, spins forward, breaks another tackle, stays on his feet. He's going to the corner of the end zone. Here comes the flag. It will be a touchdown for now. I fear it's going to come back, though.
That's what it looks like. But, man, that was a nice move by Sandifer.
Yes, somebody, one of those big defensive linemen had him bear hugged, and he just spun away from him, put his hand in the ground, and kept going. Have we seen the call yet? Block in the back. Block in the back against the Whippets. The play is going to get a first down. To be 10 yards from the spot. So it puts it up to the 30-yard line. The Whippets trying to get another score right before the half. Boy, you hate that for C.J. Sandifer. A great run, wiped off the board. And they're going to go empty this time. And we had that Vance.
That's Vance.
Vance in as a receiver. There's a throw. It's pierced through his hands, incomplete. A little out route. That one that's kind of been open all night long right there. Just kind of go and turn around. And that one through Pierce's hands. But, yeah, Jack Vance in as a tight end / flex. He kind of plays the same thing Jackson Schuler. And I guess that with Rankin still being tended to, they're gonna use Vance rather than that. So give Schuler a little bit of a break. So Vance is in. Vance also good baseball player for the Whippets. So they're both going to be in. Schuler's going to be out to the left. You got Vance lined up to the right. Tay Roundtree is going to be your running back. They motion him out of the backfield. Caden Wade, he's going to step up. He'll dance around, run back, and go down. Back around the 34-yard line. It'll be up 3rd down and long. And just not a lot open there for Wade. And clock keeps rolling on the sack. Whippets in the lead 14-0. 3.5 minutes to go until halftime. Second quarters for Whippets football, presented by Pickles Drugstore. Empty backfield this time for Wade. Claps for the snap, catches it. And now he's going to step up and fire, short arms it. There is a flag on the field in the backfield. I think it's going to be a hold against Kosciusko. It will be declined. Yeah. So 4th down territory here if you're the Whippets, with the ball being at your opponent's 34-yard line. Yeah, Tay Roundtree was open right in the middle of the field, but Wade maybe rushed himself just a little bit.
Yeah, and he was under some pressure. Then it makes sense now why the hold was there.
With the hold. 4th down and long. C.J. Sandifer is back into the game as your running back. Split receivers either side. Wade drops the throw. It is a little screen pass to C.J. Sandifer running right up the middle. He'll have enough for the first down. What a great play call by Coach Rhodes. It's just a little screen pass. It's going to get up to the 16-yard line, and somebody is shaken up. Yeah, somebody's shaken up a little bit on the play. Can't quite see who it is. They're going to say, what is it, put on the right on the 15 or the 16, but it's Sandifer.
Sandifer, yeah.
Yeah. Sandifer comes up, and he's going to be carried off by a couple of his teammates.
But, man, nice play call, like you said, because they were being aggressive just coming after Wade. So what do you do when they're so aggressive, man? You come out with a screen pass like that, man, just a nice play call on fourth down.
Yeah, good credit to a couple of those big linemen. They just picked up their running back.
They did.
Bro, I think it was, Riley Petit and Jadarius Wilkes, maybe. But Sandifer retreated on the sideline. First set of downs for the Whippets. A handoff goes to Roundtree. Runs around the left side, catches the corner. Does he stay in bounds? Touchdown! Roundtree, 17 yards on the scamper. He's so fast. Just gets to the edge just like that.
And we're just able to put the brakes on almost and just tiptoe
right
there along the sideline.
I thought that he was going to go on out of bounds, but as you said, he kind of put the brakes on. Whippets want to go for two. Caden Wade going to keep it himself, and he will go in and convert the 2 points. Oh, Whippets lead it 22-0 right before the end of the first half. We're back in 60 seconds.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray up to his old tricks on the pooch kick. Goes into the sideline at the 25-yard line. It bounces straight up in the air. And Mylan Johnson almost picked it up off of a bounce. But the Eagles thought that it was going to go out of bounds. It did not, just like last week. And Mylan Johnson was about that far from scooping it up. There was a flag thrown for a free kick out of bounds, but they wave it off because it did touch Florence player. And Coach Davis wants an explanation. But, yeah, that's going to be the explanation because it happened right over here. But, yeah, the Eagles picked it up and touched it, and then the ball went out of bounds. So it hit off of a Florence player, so that's why it's not a free kick out of bounds and a penalty. Whippets with a 22-0 lead, 2:46 to go until halftime. Got another score update for you. Here's a big one. The big one we were talking about. West Point and Starkville. West Point leads Starkville 21-3 with 6 minutes to go in the first half. I mean, Starkville just put up that huge numbers against Oak Grove. So it looks like Coach Davis is going to go back to the sideline. His complaints fell on deaf ears. Kane Ashley with a low snap that rolls back to him. It is a give to the running back. He breaks through somehow and gets to the second level. Keith Lay with the tackle. It was Noah Myers on the carry. Big tackle by Keith Lay. I hadn't said his name a lot tonight. That's uncharacteristic. Said his name a lot last week. Keith Lay, sort of that rover out there, star rover, whatever you want to call him, with that 3-3-5 defense. He can jump up and be a linebacker. He can step back and be a safety. So that's sort of what Keith Lay does. He's got a couple of offers, D1 offers, Jackson State, Samford. Second down, 3 yards to go, ball on the 37-yard line. Another low snap, and you're either going to have an illegal shift or a false start. Offsides against Kosciusko. Okay. But one of the officials gave the false start signal. The other one gave the offside signal. So flip a coin. See whose it is this time. But I thought illegal shifts because it looked like like somebody in the backfield when they motioned, it just didn't look fluid. But it's going to give the Eagles a first down up to the 38-yard line. Ball on the right hash, moving it left to right. Yeah, stick around for the Citizens National Bank halftime report. We'll give you the performance of the Kosciusko Big Red Band. Not sure that Florence's band is going to perform. They have not left the bleachers just yet, so it might be Big Red Band. Normally it's the away band and then the home band. We might have to go very quickly into the halftime. Tight set here as Kane Ashley drops the throw. He is being pursued. He's going to throw. That is incomplete. Keith Lay. There he is. Said his name now. Jumping through to tip it away. Good
I believe he heard you talking about him a minute.
His ears were burning, right?
That's right.
He had a great game last week. But for one thing, the Eagles haven't gone downfield too much to talk about.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We've been all about the linebackers in the front seven because the Eagles just not able to go down the line. And even then you see Ashley has to roll out of the
good
pocket.
Pressure right there. Nash was right in there, and that may be why that center has been struggling getting the ball back. Nash is right over his head.
And Nash is out there clapping when they come to set. Second down and 10. Handoff. Whippets combine in the backfield to drive Myers into the turf. Let's see. Nick Sudeth and Nash on the tackle. As the Whippets take a timeout, they want to try to put some more points on the board. With 91 seconds remaining. So Coach Orr may be thinking, get a stop right here. You're thinking probably passing situation. So if you get an incomplete pass, you'll stop the clock, and then maybe a punt. Try to give your offense, which is rolling. Offense is rolling. Only really stopped itself tonight. You've had a few turnovers. So Coach Orr, a little gamesmanship here. Yeah, I like to see that, like you said about Nash. He was standing there over the ball, and when the offensive line came up, Nash, he's just clapping. Yeah. He's clapping, waiting.
That's pretty intimidating,
yeah,
man. When you have to step up each time to that.
Yeah, he's just waiting for him. Nash is right there. He's one, and he's still out there. You can see his body language, shaking his head. He got a little tood. You like that from those guys along that defensive line. You want those defensive linemen, they got to be tough. Because you think about offensive line. Most offensive linemen are huge, right? They got to be big. The defensive linemen got to be kind of big and fast. So a lot of times they're giving up size to the offensive line, but they got to make up for it with some attitude and some effort. And the Whippets have gotten that this evening from Sudeth, Riley, LaMarcus Riley, Travion Nash, and Braden McNeil when Braden McNeil's come in. Third down and 10. Myers, your running back, two receivers to the right. They're going to hand it on a little sweep coming to the right. But the Whippets blew it up. LaMarcus Riley pursuing from the backside with the tackle for a loss of 2. Big Nash on the tackle. Somebody else is banged up over here. I believe that is the Florence player.
Yeah, that Whippet defense just swarming to the football, man. That's what you want.
Handed it off to Cam Page on a little roundabout, end around, and just Whippet, as Jeremy said, swarming, is right there on top of it, ready to go. So the injured Florence Eagle is going to be the ball carrier, Cam Page, and the Whippets did take a timeout. So there's a timeout for an injured player, but the Whippets also did take a timeout before that. So clock is stopped with 1:24 to go. So it will be a 4th down and 13 or around 12 with a punt. Most likely you would think a punt team coming out for the Eagles. But a physical ball game. A number of guys that are kind of getting banged up here. Yeah, Coach Davis even came across the field. Saw P.J. Pace walk in. Pace plays for Holmes Community College. Got to see him last night. He had a couple pass deflections. He's a starting cornerback for Coach Wood and the Holmes Bulldogs. So good to see him here in the house tonight. Coach Davis's son plays for Holmes. Rod Davis Jr. is on the baseball team at Holmes. We told you about his other son, Brian Davis, who's in street clothes. Just kind of banged up. Did not get an injury report, but Brian Davis really the big loss for the Eagles not having him. He's got an offer to Hines Community College. He's one that can also play baseball. He's first team All-State in baseball. And that's that kind of athlete you hope to have on the field. But, yeah, he was in his warm-ups. But Cam Page goes off the field under his own power, so that's good to see. Jones will step back to punt. Whippets have been very close to getting a hand on it, and it looks like it is going to be a all-out block. No, the Whippets do kind of drive off of it. It's going to give Roundtree a chance to return it at the 35-yard line. He runs right across the 50. He is at the 30, down the sideline 20. Cuts it back at the 15. He will go all the way in for a touchdown if it stands. There's a flag on the field. And it will not stand.
It's going to be three tonight, 3 touchdowns that has got called back penalties. I believe that's going to be the third one.
Yeah, it is going to be a hold. Oh, you knew it was there. When you saw that much green turf in front of Roundtree, I mean, it is just no one can stop him. So they call the hold against Kosciusko. 10-yard penalty from the spot will put it across the 50 at the 48-yard line. So 67 seconds remaining. I don't think the Whippets have a timeout left. So, no, they do. According to the school board, no timeouts left. So Whippets have a chance for a 2-minute drill, if you wish, from midfield. Roundtree still going to be your running back. It's a keeper for Caden Wade. He runs, has the first down, and there's another flag.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold.
This flag is at the 50. Yeah, they're going to run the option with Wade and Roundtree. So second down and should be 20. They don't mark it off from the spot anymore. Yeah, it's not a spot foul. They've done that for a few years. Now, yeah, so it should be second down and 20. Yeah. So you don't end up with the crazy if somebody holds, 7 or 8 yards behind the line of scrimmage. You don't end up with the first down and 27s anymore. It's just going to be first down and 20. The Whippets are going the wrong way here. Under a minute to play now. The empty backfield. Wade, quick throw. Catch pulled in by Roundtree, and he'll get out of bounds. He only gets about 2 yards, but he does stop the clock. So, as I said, a learning opportunity here for the Whippets, up 22-0 right before the half. You can work your 2-minute drill. Quick offense, quick outs. Try to put some points on the board to extend your lead before the intermission. Sandifer still not in. We saw that last week when Sandifer was banged up. Roundtree goes in as your running back. It's going to be a keeper for Wade again, up the middle across the 50, upended at the 45, down to the 40-yard line. Wade thought that he wasn't down. But Whippets are going to have to hurry up. Not enough for the first down. Third down and around 4 yards to go. They're set, ready. Wade with a quick throw. Catch pulled in by McBride, and he'll turn around at the down marker, get out of bounds, and get about 3 extra yards. Clock stops at the 27-second mark. Let's see where they put the ball down. They're going to get up across the 35 to the 33. 33 on the right hash. Well, you see Caden Wade, how the maturity he has. Gets up, knows the situation, runs back, gets his guy set, throws right to the sideline. LD gets out of bounds. Like to see that out of your junior quarterback. Pistol set this time. Now they motion out of that. Bring it to Roundtree. It's going to be an option. A pitch to Roundtree. Runs left. Cuts it up in the numbers. He's angling left. Is he in for the touchdown? Roundtree takes it 34 yards right here at the end of the half with 17 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's what you want to see right there, just to be able to recover from, Roundtree's punt return, getting pulled back, just a recovery there. Good job by the Whippet offense, not to let that, not to let them get it down right there, but man was able to just make a good recovery and put this in the end zone before the half.
They'll attempt the PAT out of the hold of Pierce. There's a little bit of a low snap. Pierce is just going to throw it up in the air, tipped it incomplete. Yeah, so having some issues on the snap and the hold on the PAT, but it's going to be 28-0 with just 17 seconds left in this first half. So we'll keep it right here. So as I said, halftime report brought to you by Citizens National Bank. Excited to see the performance of the Kosciusko Big Red Band. They looked good last week in Neshoba. Okay, let's see Braden Ray. I said he is a surgeon with these kicks. We thought last week it was just, wet grass, from the rain, or it wasn't cut. But this is turf. He's getting these balls to just stop on the sideline. So he is going to tee it up to kick it away. A little squibber down the middle of the field. And Boyd's going to pick it up at the 10-yard line. I heard a whistle.
Yeah, they blew a whistle.
I think might have thought that he hit the ground, but Boyd got it and ran around left edge. He didn't get much more than about 3 or 4 yards. But yeah, I think either was thinking that it was a fair catch signal or that he hit the ground when he went down to pick up the ball. We'll see what the Florence Eagles decide to do. Did he? Oh, they're going to make him re-kick? Okay, so they're going to say re-kick. Yeah, I thought he gave the illegal touching symbol. There's no illegal touching on. Yeah. There can be if you don't let it go 10 yards, but it went plenty of yards. I think they're just saying inadvertent whistle, so you have to re-kick. So, there's it is. Going to re-kick the ball. But that's a good kick by Braden Ray. He's given his that's a live ball. So it's not like a punt where it has to touch somebody. As long as that ball goes 10 yards, the kicking team can go pick it up. And Braden Ray will kick it away again. Once again, a little squibber down the middle of the field. Take it in at the 15-yard line. That's Weathersby, and he is hit. He'll go down. Mylan Johnson with a great form tackle. Well, that's how you teach it. That's game film.
That's right.
Put that.
Hey, that's when them woo hits. You hear everybody say woo.
Yeah. Great job by Mylan Johnson tackling Weathersby right where he got the ball. 7 seconds to go. Well, you might end up seeing just a handoff or even a knee if you're Florence here. I'll tell you, they come out in that victory formation. It is not victory formation. It's an I formation, so it might be a handoff here. But it will be first down and 10. Nope, he is going to take a knee. Ashley takes a knee, and the Eagles want to get to halftime. The Whippets lead it 28-0. We'll take an extended break. When we come back, it'll be the Citizens National Bank halftime report from Boswell Media Sports.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Craving the simple goodness of farm fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm fresh goodness. From our family to yours, every single day.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps. Just like your fitness goals. Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7, giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule, not ours. Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees, and hello to unlimited access to cardio machines, weights, and group classes like Pilates and spin, all included in your membership. Find us on Highway 12, where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatment? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Atala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 6662.
We're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
Here at the half, it's 28-0. Kosciusko leads. We'll turn it over to the Kosciusko Big Red Band.
Or you will become a villain yourself.
That was the Kosciusko Big Red Band performing a 2025 competition show called Villains. So they're here this week and then home again next week. I got a little while to shore up some things before they get into the meat of their contest season. If you want, you can donate some bottled water to the Kosciusko Big Red Band. Of course, they use it for football games and band competitions. As someone that had to wear one of those big cotton uniforms in August and September, I can tell you, water, very useful. So if you want to do that, just donate it to the band hall. I did see this week that was an Entergy of Mississippi donated some water to some of our local schools, local programs. So here at the half, Kosciusko leads Florence 28-0. We'll step aside for a break. When we come back, first half recap stats and some interesting scores to give you from around the state.
Transition your home and your style for fall at Sullivan's. Check out their new fall home decor, clothing, and the perfect shoes to step up your autumn look. Sullivan's has everything you need to get game day ready. Whether you're hosting the party or cheering from the stands, fall's in the air. Make sure your home and wardrobe are too. Visit Sullivan's today and find your fall favorites. Autumn starts here, only at Sullivan's in Kosciusko.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Gear up for deer season at the Attala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Attala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Attala County Co-op. Attala County Co-op.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Hello, I'm Mandy Hudgens, and it's my privilege to serve our customers at Citizens National Bank. Being part of a bank with more than 137 years of history means standing on a foundation of strength, stability, and trust. We've been through it all, and we're still here, committed to helping you reach your goals. As a local community bank, we make decisions right here at home with your goals and your success in mind. And when you walk through our doors, you'll see friendly faces who take the time to understand what truly matters to you. If you're looking for a bank you can count on, one that knows your community and puts your needs first, we're ready to earn your trust, like we've done for generations. Citizens National Bank, strong, stable, and locally owned since 1888.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome back to Landrum Field here in the press box. Breck Riley, Jeremy Tillman at the Citizens National Bank halftime report. Whippets in the lead, 28-0 over the Florence Eagles. And, Jeremy, the Whippets have, as I like to say, they've only stopped themselves as far as offensive drives have gone. They have scored, but sometimes they've turned the ball over and things like that. They have not been stopped by Florence on offense, I'll put it that way. But give us a look at sort of the recap here from the first half.
Yeah, that's right. It's really the only one that has stopped us from scoring has been ourselves. And, looking back at the first quarter, we came out of the first quarter with only one score. It was 8-0 at the end of the first quarter. A couple of mistakes that we saw offensively in the first quarter. We had a couple of turnovers, a couple of fumbles, but first drive of the game, we was able to take it 12 plays, walk it down 78 yards, and Schuler was capped off that drive with a 3-yard run, and Wade put in 2-point conversion, and so we was at 8-0, was able to eat about 5 minutes off the clock at that point. And then held Florence to no score in the first and second quarter. Our next score came in the second quarter at the 9:44 mark, and so the Whippets was able to put together a 4-play, 73-yard drive that was capped off with a Caden Wade 11-yard run. The PAT was no good, and so at that point in the game, we were sitting at 14-0. We was able to get a couple of other scores in the second half as well. In the second quarter, third score came at the 2:47 mark. Was able to put together a 14-play drive for 79 yards, capped off with a 17-yard run by Roundtree with a 2-point conversion by Wade. And so that put us at 22-0 at that point. And then our last score of the first half came with 17 seconds left to go in the first half with a 5-play, 52-yard drive, capped off with a big 34-yard run by Roundtree. The PAT was no good. It was a bad snap. Pierce tried to just toss it up and get 2 out of the deal, but they held us to that, and so we was at 28-0. And looking at in the second quarter, even had a couple of mistakes. We had, I think I mentioned first half 3 callback. We actually had 2 callback. We had one long 40-yard run by Sander for callback because of a block in the back, and then we had Roundtree returned a punt, and then it got called back as well. But even in amongst all that, I know Coach War has mentioned before, being able to overcome some mistakes and seeing how the team would do that, and we've seen that right here. Was able to even get a score come out of that Roundtree return that was called back, was able to take it down 5 plays and stick that in with 17 seconds to go. And so we're sitting right now 28-0 Kosciusko.
Yeah, as Coach Orr mentioned after the Jamboree, when everything went right, they were up 28-0 after the first quarter. So you got some of the younger guys in. He had said he wanted the team to face a little adversity, to see how they would respond. And I think this week is what you thought last week might be.
That's right.
Whippets had a relatively clean game last week. Not as many penalties, not procedural stuff going on, right? So that's what you expect out of game 1. This is game 2. You expect a little bit of that, be expected to clean it up. So it's almost like the Whippets were locked in last week, and this week they're kind of going through those beginning of the season growing pains. But, Jeremy, that's something. You're a coach, too. You get a big win like you did last week. It's kind of hard, sometimes hard to stay up and keep going.
Yeah, after last week, because I think coming out of the gate like that last week, I do think it did shock some people how many points was put on the board against Neshoba last week. And it was a big win for this program here. And, when you come off a big win, sometimes you can kind of let your guard down a little bit. You can kind of get relaxed. And, just like you said, some of the stuff we're seeing tonight, game 2, is what you normally see in game 1. But this is, this is good for this team to be able to work through some of this adversity, and looking forward to this second half. That's one thing coming into this second half with a 28-point lead. You don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal right here. You want to come out and make sure you clean up some of those mistakes that even happened in the first half and get a clean second half in.
Yeah, and you see what happens with situations like that. We've seen it in some of the game scores we're seeing tonight. You had Starkville and Oak Grove, the game of the week last year, 59-56. Everybody's looking at them Starkville's currently down 34-7 to West Point. Oak Grove, last I looked, was down like 30-0 to Germantown. So you see how even among the 7A and the power programs, you get a big win, you're in a big emotional ball game. You can do that. And you look at what Neshoba is doing right now. They're bouncing back. They're up 28-21 over 7A Meridian. And so, yeah, you're looking at that. But, you know, at some point you're going to have a game like this. And to have a game like this and still be up 28-0, it shows a lot about the Kosciusko Whippets and the type of program and the type of team that they have this year. So we will run down a few scores for you. The score here is 28-0, but a few more scores. Shannon up on Louisville, 12-6 at halftime. That's another one that was big, and we have been talking about in the press box about that Louisville defense, and that's kind of what they're hanging their hat on. And we see that they only gave up to 9 to West Point last week. It was in a losing effort, but West Point's already got 34 at the half against Starkville. That tells you the type of defense they have in Louisville. New Hope leads Choctaw County. Choctaw County, a team the Whippets will see here in a few weeks, 17-7 in that one. Picayune is up 27-0. Grenada and Winona in a close one there right before the half. Grenada leads Winona 21-7. Grenada, the defending 6A state champ. You got Clinton leading Northwest Rankin 16-0 at the half. Meridian is up on Neshoba. I had that one backwards. Meridian's up 21 over Neshoba at halftime. Heidelberg whooping up on Quitman. This is a 2A team whooping up on a 4A team, 28-7. With Coach Carter and the Heidelberg are the defending 2A state champs. Yeah, halftime. Germantown up 37-0 over Oak Grove. Wow. So there's a look. And the last update we had from Ethel was Ethel leading at 16-0 at the half, right before the half there in St. Andrews. No update from McAdams and Discovery Christian. So we will get you those scores when we can. Those scores brought to you by Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts. We'll take one final break, and we'll be back ready for the second half.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
This is Allison Schuler, Chief Nursing Officer at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala. Are you tired of traveling for cancer treatments? Now you don't have to. The new Cancer Treatment Center at Baptist Memorial Hospital Attala is now open, offering expert oncology care, infusions, and support services right here in Kosciusko. That means less time on the road and more time where it matters most, with your loved ones. Call 662-289-9893 today to learn more or ask your doctor about receiving treatment close to home.
Boswell Media Sports.
And we're back here. That's a wrap on the Citizens National Bank halftime report. It's Angel Albin, State Farm kickoff. Braden Ray, who's been a magician with these kicks. He'll line up to kick it away to the Eagles of Florence, right to left, as the Eagles will receive the opening half kickoff. Ray, there's that pooch kick once again. It is fair caught at the 25-yard line. And there was a tackle made, but it was a very, very short fair catch signal, so nothing egregious there. A fair catch right around the 25-yard line, and as I said, one of the Whippets did run up and make a tackle, but I said the fair catch signal was not very high. I mean, it was, you definitely couldn't see it if you were one of the Whippets. So Kane Ashley and this Eagles offense will go to work from their own 26-yard line. Didn't have a lot of luck with the spread formation. We haven't seen a lot of the wing. You know, we've seen some I formation. We haven't seen the wing T, but you were saying you watched the film, and kind of in the second half,
second half
switch over to stuff like that. There it is. You got a little wing back right there. It's a handoff, goes to Myers, runs back to the left, and he'll get a pretty good push, about 7-8 yards on first down. But yeah, that's just a little counter.
Mm-hmm.
You got the two wingbacks back there. So a little bit something for this Whippet defense. There's 2 weeks in a row has a shutout in the first half. Well, they're hanging their hats on that, but a little bit of a new wrinkle here. They have to learn to look at it. Rowdy Roan in at that linebacker spot. Also, Bonslater is going to be in for Mylan Johnson at cornerback. There they go again with the two wings. It's a low snap, another give to Myers, and this time the Whippets have him. They stop him at the line of scrimmage, leading the charge, I think, Rowdy Roan and Nick Sudduth combining on the stop.
Yeah, that interior inside there defensively, man, it's just a lot of pressure on him. I think they may have changed out their center as well because that center was getting worked on the first half. And
Trevion Nash was over there just welcoming him in. Braden McNeil's going to get a rest, and LaMarcus Riley comes back in. I tell you, you don't see number 24 off the field too often. He plays almost every down. It's not something you say about a nose guard. Now they're going to switch out and go to the shotgun split back set. Handoff goes to Caden Boyd. He runs left. He'll come up a yard shy. Rowdy Roan on the tackle. Also, Ricari Covington. Fourth down and short. Trailing by 28 points. I imagine it's a go-for-it situation here if you're Coach Rod Davis. And it will be. Going to go I formation under center. Ball is bobbled. Ashley gets it back, and he is going to go forward enough for the first down. Ashley juggled it there on the exchange, and there were about 3 Whippet jerseys around him, but Ashley's just enough of an athlete that he was able to juggle and get about 3 yards for a first down. Yeah, that quarterback center exchange hasn't been clean for the Eagles. As you said, they might have changed the center out. They got Big Cage Seals in as your left tackle. Once again, they'll go with that 2 wingback set motion, give to the wing, going to the far side. Whippets all over it. Here comes a flag. 2 flags. Let's see, getting out from under the pile, Ricari Covington, J.T. Herron, Rowdy Roan. So, do we see what the call was yet? I think they're going to call a hold. I was looking down, making some notation. So it is a hold against the Eagles. On the carry was Cam Page. He is one of those wingbacks. We haven't seen much of Jaden Houston, but he was, on defense, he was banged up. But he does have some yards. He is a running back that they will use. He's got some stats as a runner, but he was the number 1 on defense that kind of got banged up early in the ball game. So that might be, taking a runner off the board for Florence. They'll get in the eye here with 2 receivers to the right. It'll be first down and 20. It's a turn and a give to Page. He is hit after a yard, maybe. You got Sudduth on the tackle also. J.T. Herron. Nick Sudduth having himself a good game.
Yeah, I tell you, that Whippet defense is just swarming to the football, doing a great job of just blowing stuff up inside right there.
Third quarters for Whippet football brought to you by Chris Coleman, Alpha Insurance. Whippets leading it 28-0. Second down, and they say about 18 yards to go. Now the Eagles taking their time here. They're not even going to break the huddle until there's 9 on the play clock. It's going to be a pro set here. So just one single back as Ashley goes under center. Ball is bobbled. Who's got it? The Eagles do. Myers jumped back on it about a yard behind the line of scrimmage, maybe. So, or they maybe say he got back to the line of scrimmage. So, still going to be third down and about 18 yards to go.
Yeah, I do think they probably did change that because he's having more trouble right now with the center to quarterback exchange right there.
And that was just a lucky bounce because Noah Myers was the only white jersey in the area. There was about 5 maroon jerseys that just couldn't find the ball. It was bouncing and kicking around down there. Another pro set here, almost like an option look, and the ball is fumbled again. It's on the turf. I think the Whippets have it this time. They do have it. Braden McNeil comes out from under the pile with it, and the Whippets have a recovered fumble. Yeah, you knew it was coming, Jeremy. Mm-hmm. You just kind of kept seeing it. One of those things that it kept building and building and building, and it wasn't going to be long until the Whippets were there to scoop one of them up. Let's see where they place the ball. Up to the 33-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Whippets from the 33. We'll tell you this. Good news is that C.J. Sandifer is out running around. I don't know if we'll see him in the second half, and I'm wrong because he's the running back in there right now. So he is in there. He went down with an injury in the first half, and they give it to him. Spins away from a tackle and get across the 30. C.J. Sandifer, good to see him right there. I thought he came out, he went through some warm-ups, and then he came to the sideline. But I thought that maybe, with the 28-0 lead, you might let him go, let him rest for a little bit. But Sandifer's one of those guys, you're going to take his helmet from him.
Yeah, that's right.
As long as he can go, he's going to go. You're going to take his helmet, take his cleats, because he'll borrow somebody else's helmet. Once again, the Whippets with that 28-0 lead, they probably don't want to think about airing the ball out here, but they have split backs in the backfield. Wade is going to throw. Strike over the middle to L.D. McBride. Breaks one tackle, another tackle. He's in. 29-yard strike from Caden Wade to L.D. McBride. Shows you what I know about the Whippets not airing it out here in the second half. Touchdowns for Whippets football, presented by Baptist Atala. Boy, McBride looks good out there on that slant pattern. If he catches it in motion like that, he is a hard guy to bring down. I mean, he has got some size on him. Whippets going to try to tip the PAT. They have not been successful so far. That's a good snap, though. Good hold, good kick. It's through. It's good. Whippets with a 35-0 lead. 6:06 to go in the third quarter.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Football season is back.
Whippets hold them out of the end zone.
Friday nights will be packed with hard hits and tough plays. And at Reliant Physical Therapy, we're here to help you bounce back stronger. Whether you're a Whippet on the field or a fan in the stands, our expert team delivers results you can feel. From shoulders and elbows to backs, hips, knees, and ankles, our therapists treat the whole body with care and precision. No referral needed. Call today or visit ReliantPT.com to get started.
Big play by the Whippet defense.
Boswell Media Sports.
It's all Whippets here in the third quarter. They score a 29-yard strike from Caden Wade to L.D. McBride, 35-0. And the Whippets, or I should say the officials, went ahead and took the heat timeout. So that heat timeout's a little bit more extended. So that's why they're taking a little bit longer to get back out onto the field. Those timeouts are brought to you by Reliant Physical Therapy. At some point, we might end up seeing a running clock situation. tell you about that. I think it's 35 points. Braden Ray with a kick right out of the middle of the field, and once again it just dies. Noah Myers picks it up, runs right up the middle, gets to the 25-yard line, and Rowdy Roan and J.D. Cummins combining on the tackle at the 25-yard line. Have an updated score from the Ethel Tigers, leading at 30-13, about halfway through the third quarter over St. Andrews. Coach Junior Graham and the Tigers trying to go 2-0. We don't have a McAdams score yet. If you have a McAdams score, you can pass along to us. We would appreciate that. 5:20. So it is a rolling clock. It's already rolling. So we are in rolling clock here. The Eagles come out in the shotgun. Handoff given to Myers, hitting the backfield. Bear hugged. Taken for a loss on the play. Nick Suddeth, Ricari Covington combining for the stop. Ricari Covington, the leader in tackles for the Whippets. Somebody is banged up for the Eagles. That's Boyd. And at the end of the play, he jumps up and runs off. Like he's going to be okay. But, yeah, Jeremy, you start seeing some of these cramping situations in the second half.
Oh, yeah, that's this time of the year you're going to see that. And, man, they getting knocked around pretty good. So that's a little bit hard to get up, especially when you're getting knocked around like this.
All right, Whippets are still excited. They were dancing along with the Florence drum line. Whippets along the defensive line. That's what you like to see. Pitching a shutout. Second down, 12 yards to go after the loss. Handoff Myers. He loses the ball. It's recovered by the Whippets. Braden McNeil. Didn't he get the last fumble?
Oh, he did.
Braden McNeil comes away with another fumble recovery. That time, Jeremy, it was complete miscommunication. Ashley went one way, Myers went the other, and the ball was behind him. Neither one of them even looked for the ball.
On going,
yeah. Neither one of them even looked for the ball. Ashley kept going left, Myers kept going right, and the ball kept going backwards. And so Braden McNeil said, all right, I'll grab this. Y'all don't want it. I'll take it. Oh, Braden McNeil got him a nose for the ball. First down and 10 for the Whippets from the 16-yard line. Pump fake by Wade. Now he's going to try to run it. He'll dump it off last minute to C.J. Sander for one-handed catch. Breaks the tackle, diving for the pylon.
Wow.
He is in. Highlight reel for C.J. Sandifer. Put it on huddle. Juggled it, broke about 3 tackles at the 3, and went into the end zone. I'd say he's not hurt.
Woo, I don't believe he is. If he is, he didn't feel nothing right there.
Yeah, he ain't feeling no pain right now. Oh, attempt the PAT. Braden Ray. I believe Pierce is still the holder. Good snap. Good kick.
Yeah, he is.
It's in, and it is good. All Whippets 42-0 here from Landrum Field. We'll take a break here. You're listening to Whippets Football from Boswell Media Sports.
Looking for adventure or just cruising the city? Central Tire Service is your go-to pit stop. Equipped with premium brands like Kenda and Goodyear, we ensure your tires align with your lifestyle. Visit us on Veterans Memorial Drive and let's get your journey rolling again. Don't pause your adventure. Gear up at Central Tire Service and drive confidently into life's moments. Central Tire, where your journey continues.
Craving the simple goodness of farm-fresh dairy? Discover the difference with Prairie Farms Dairy. Proudly farmer-owned, always fresh. From milk to ice cream, butter to irresistible frozen treats, every product comes straight from our family to yours. Experience the taste of real farm-fresh quality in every bite and sip. Look for the Prairie Farms brand at your local grocery store. Prairie Farms Dairy. Farm-fresh goodness. from our family to yours every single day.
Boswell Media Sports.
Braden Ray's kick picked up by Christian Edmondson around the 30-yard line. Follows the hash marks. Gets a 12-yard return to the 42. The Eagles offense will take over right there. Unless they, no, I was going to say take a running, the clock is running, as in a running clock situation. Coach Davis want to run it down and take a timeout? Or just want to let it go to?
No, he's taking a timeout, it looks like.
Yeah. He'll take a timeout. Well, we'll stay right here. We just came back from a timeout. But there is a running clock. So it's sort of a, you're trying to wait and see what's going on with the clock and how much time he's going to have against the play clock and the game clock. But it's all Whippets, 42-0. Third quarters for Whippets football, brought to you by Chris Coleman of Alpha Insurance. We'll have our Premier Medical postgame show after this. We'll wrap it up, give out our player of the game. We got a few candidates for player of the game. Boy, Brady McNeil's putting his name.
Yeah, he's throwing his name in the hat.
He's putting his name in. A couple of fumble recoveries. Kari Covington has a fumble recovery. You have Nick Sudduth. I have Nick Sudduth and J.T. Herron leading the team with tackles. So find out who that's going to be.
It looks like there's a few guys going in up front here.
Yeah, a couple of new guys.
Front 6 or 7 is changing out a little bit.
J.D. Cummins, and you're going to have Braden McNeil. Also running in, LaKendrick Williams. Those are your defensive line changes. I'm trying to find a few others for you. Bond Slater's still in. Mylan Johnson's still in. Martavian Miller's still in. Let's see, is that a new quarterback in for? It is.
Yep.
They're going to be the younger of the two Ashleys? I think it might be. Hand it off to the new running back. And who is else? Braden McNeil's in there to drop him for a loss. Braden McNeil with the TFL. But that is going to be the younger Cruz Ashley in at quarterback. So there's a stoppage of play, and the horn is sounded on the third quarter. Whippets lead it 42-0.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
Come on home to Allen's Furniture and Appliance. Come on home. Come on home.
Pop the confetti. Allen's Furniture is celebrating 59 amazing years. Join the celebration at either our Kosciusko or Durant locations and register for your chance to win a big screen TV, a stylish area rug of your choice, or a jumbo beanbag, perfect for family movie nights. It's our way of saying thank you for decades of support. Discover new styles, the best prices, and maybe walk away a winner.
Come on home.
Boswell Media Sports.
As we start the fourth quarter, Kosciusko has a shutout going 42-0. Fourth quarters for Whippets football brought to you by Kangaroo Crossing. I got to try that new wing station out at Kangaroo Crossing. I've been hearing folks talk about it. We're going to check it out at some point. But it is Cruz Ashley in at quarterback, and that is hitting. The ball is loose. The quarterback took a hit, but I don't think that was Cruz Ashley.
Yeah, I'm not sure who that was.
I think it was like just a scat back that took the snap. Logan Dice, maybe? They call a target against Kosciusko? So it's going to be a 15-yarder. So move the ball up to the 45-yard line. Try to get some of these other names that are in there for you. Okora Winters is in at a defensive back. Jeremiah Talley in at linebacker. I have Bobby Rogers in at safety.
I think I saw Jamal Stewart in too at one point. I don't know if he's out there right now.
Nicholas Williams is in. Yeah, I think Jamal. I think 36 is out there. It's Jamal Stewart. Also in Thad Coates.
Keegan Albritton, did you say him? I think I saw him go in. 25.
Okay. Yeah. Injured Eagles player is going to get up and walk off the field. Looks like that will be a Gage Brunt. But yeah, not quite sure. I think that is that Dice at quarterback? Is it 40 or 20?
Well, they
the big guy.
Yeah, they done brought the starter back in.
Kane's back in now, Kane Ashley. Low snap. The give is to the running back. Runs right. That is Elijah Fowler, who will run right. He gets about 5 yards. Yeah, Dice is listed as a linebacker, or Fowler's listed as a linebacker. But at this point in the game, you're probably just getting some new guys in, getting them some reps. Coach Orr and I talked about that in the pregame this week, about how important it is to get these young guys are going to get to play a whole quarter about. So that's experience that's invaluable. So big Kane Ashley is going to step back in out of the shotgun. Got 4 on the play clock. The low snap, another give to his running back. He is sandwiched. Braden McNeil on the tackle, along with Jeremiah Talley. So give Neal the tackle. Talley's name in the stat book. Well, last week, the guys that came in made the most of it. You had Rail Tolliver come in last week and get himself a touchdown in some relief duty. Okay, so Fowler goes out. It will be a new running back in for the Eagles. Looks like that is going to be Javari Burgess, who will be on the left hip of his quarterback. Another low snap and a give to Burgess. He's dropped in the backfield by Braden McNeil. Braden McNeil's got reservations, and they're in the backfield. That's where he stayed most of the second half. 4th down. Probably get the punt team out. Looks like they will. 42-0. All Kosciusko, all maroon and white. So, the Whippets are not going to send anybody back. Normally it would be Roundtree, but somebody's back there, but they're not going to worry about fielding a punt. Well, they will field the punt. They'll get it and go down at the 5-yard line and see who it was that was backing up trying to get that one. Maybe a Nick Williams. But you might see Schuler come in at,
I believe you are,
at quarterback.
Yeah,
Schuler
right.
is the backup quarterback. And let's get some more names out across there that we can mention. Let's see. Coming in for the Whippets, Preston Eakins. We got Jack Vance in as a tight end. And we got a new center in the ball game. Schuler will be your quarterback. High snap. The give is to Terrell Tolliver. He runs right up the middle, cuts it back. Pretty good pickup on first down. Caden Thrash is in at center. Deshaun Johnson is also in at right guard. Also in Aiden Adams as a receiver. Also, we already said Preston Eakins. And a few more names in for you. As Schuler, a high snap and sort of a keeper, and Schuler's just going to go down. Some confusion there between he and Tolliver, and Schuler shows you his IQ there, going down and just not worrying about, busted play, trying to do too much. But probably take this down. If they do a heat timeout, I think they're required to do a heat timeout. So even with the running clock, we'll probably have a stoppage in play at the 6-minute mark. I think that's what the Whippets are waiting on. Yep, we will have a stoppage in play. 6 minutes to go. All Whippets 42-0. Back in 60 seconds here on Boswell Media Sports.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Imagine a gym that never sleeps, just like your fitness goals. Holmes Healthplex is open 24/7, giving you the freedom to work out on your schedule, not hours. Wave goodbye to those pesky joining fees and hello to unlimited access to cardio machines, weights, and group classes like Pilates and spin, all included in your membership. Find us on Highway 12, where your fitness journey awaits around the clock at Holmes Healthplex.
Boswell Media Sports.
Terrell Tolliver gets the give from Jackson Schuler after the heat timeout. Pushes the pile forward, 5 yards on second down. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Whippets send the lead 42-0 here in the fourth quarter. Whippet fourth quarter is brought to you by Kangaroo Crossing. Another one of those Whippets in there, Alex Mansell. Nicholas Williams in as a receiver. Handoff goes to Rel Tolliver, sweeping it left. He'll cut up outside, inside the hash marks to get 6 yards and a Serve Pro first down. Okay. We mentioned Rel Tolliver. Kendrian Latiker also is into the ball game as a receiver on the far side. I think that's just about everyone. We want to mention, maybe you have to look at that left tackle, but a fresh set of downs for the Whippets. Schuler will take the snap, hand off to Terrell Tolliver. He'll run right, slips a little bit. He'll have another Serve Pro first down. Well, Tolliver's a good-looking back. When he's come in, he's made the most of his.
He has.
Charles Lang, that's the one we were missing. So Charles Lang also in on that offensive line. I think that's most of the younger guys that we can get in there and mention. Always want to mention those guys when they get into the ball game. Got a few final scores that we can report on. Germantown defeats Oak Grove 37-12. Schuler is going to drop the throw. Catch made by Vance on the outside. He's got a first down. Here comes a flag, probably coming back. But Vance caught it and turned on the Jets around the edge at the 40. But as I said, probably going to be coming back in the area of a hold. But yeah, good to see Jack Vance out there. He's got some speed.
Yeah, he cut it up right there, didn't he?
You see him out there being that, tall tight end flex position. You think, well, he's big, but he's also got some wheels. He's just an athlete, right?
That's right.
So first down and 11. So it is a spot foul when it's beyond the line of scrimmage, but if it's behind the line of scrimmage, holding still not up. It is just 10 yards from the previous spot. Terrell Tolliver runs right. Another flag will fly in. Whippets are going the wrong way. But Terrell Tolliver would have had about 13 yards up to the 50. But unfortunately, I think this one's going to come back also. But it's will be a hold. New player coming in will be Jeremiah Talley. I have him on my roster as a linebacker, so see what he comes in and does here. If he's going to be a lineman or a running back, or he's kind of a little bowling ball out there. He might be an I formation fullback or something, but he's definitely going to be in the huddle. He will line up as a running back. So yeah, Talley's going to be a running back to the left. It's first down and about Carmack for Kosciusko. Talley's going to get the carry. Rumble forward. 2-yard pickup. But yeah, Jeremiah Talley, he reminds me of Josh Robinson. He used to play for Mississippi State, the running back when Dak was there. Sort of that little low on the ground, low center of gravity. Let's see, Kenyon Weatherby is also in the ball game as a receiver. But the final seconds ticking away here from Landrum Field. And the Whippets are looking at a shutout, barring anything too crazy. 3 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Handoff given to Talley. He's bumbling left, bruising his way forward across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. He'll get a break. Rel Tolliver will go back in. One thing, Jeremy, I've noticed about the Whippets is they do when the quarterback comes to the sideline to get the play and go back in. You know, a lot of times with Coach Rhodes, they've done the signals, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, you've seen them do that when they think that their signals were being, taken or something. I remember a Houston game a few years ago. They started about halfway through. They started doing that. 36 seconds to go, probably the last play of the game. A high snap. Schuler gets it down, gives it to his running back on the round end is Kenyon Weatherby. Big pickup, but it won't be enough for the first down, but it will be the final play of the game. Whippets won't have to snap it anymore, and they will get the win 42-0, and they will move to 2-0 on the season. So we'll step aside for an extended break, come back, wrap this one up. Whippets get the win 42-0 over Florence.
When an electrical shortage in your office causes extensive smoke and water damage, or that musty odor indicates you might have a mold problem, you need a lot more than just help cleaning up. That's why Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood is where you turn when disaster strikes. We offer all the cleanup and construction services to take your home or business from post-disaster to as good as new as soon as possible. So no matter what happens, there's just one call you need to make. Serve Pro of Kosciusko, Philadelphia, Greenwood to see how they can help you get back to like it never even happened. Franchises are independently owned and operated.
Your pharmacist is more than someone who fills your prescriptions. Your pharmacist helps you understand what medications you're taking. Your pharmacist makes sure your insurance is filed correctly. And your pharmacist answers any other questions you may have regarding your medications.
Hi, I'm Rob Pickle, registered pharmacist and owner of Pickle's Drugstore. It is my goal to give you the personal attention you need to improve your health and well-being. My staff and I are here to serve you.
Pickle's Drugstore, your hometown pharmacy, on the east side of the square in Kosciusko.
Your pet is more than just a pet. They're your family's fearless protector, your fetching athlete, your crumbs on the floor detector, the warm, snuggly heartbeat at your feet. State Farm understands why your pet means so much to you. So State Farm and Trupanion have teamed up to give your furry family members the protection they deserve. Pet medical insurance. It's another way State Farm is here to help life go right.
Call State Farm agent Angel Alvin McDonald at 662-289-3161.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner is served to you daily at the drive-thru at both Kangaroo Crossing locations in Kosciusko. Bacon, eggs, biscuits for breakfast, chicken tenders, barbecue sandwiches, burgers, and more for lunch and dinner. Drive through and take home barbecue meat by the pound with sides of potato salad, baked beans, and coleslaw. All items in store are available for purchase at the drive-thru. Kangaroo Crossing on Veterans Memorial Drive and Highway 12 in Kosciusko.
Gear up for deer season? at the Atala County Co-op. Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
In the legal jungle, experience and personal attention are your best allies. Meet Al Chaddick, attorney at law, navigating the courts with direct one-on-one consultations. No middlemen, just you and Al, tackling your legal battles together. Ready for a winning strategy? Call Al Chaddick's law office at 662-289-2242 today.
Listing of the above legal services does not indicate expertise therein.
Gear up for deer season at the Atala County Co-op.
Media Sports.
Pick from top brands like Moultrie and Boss Buck gravity feeders, plus irresistible attractants. Mobucks, Buck Duo, Strawberry Blast Rice Bran, and even peanut butter and jelly rice bran feed. Everything you need is at the Atala County Co-op.
The everything you need store. Atala County Co-op. Atala County Co-op.
Did you know that 80% of learning in young children comes through the eyes? Thomas Vision offers eye exams for children starting at 6 months. It's very important for children to have an eye exam before entering first grade. Doctors Angela Thomas, Tara Dew, and Anna Middleton offer comprehensive eye exams that thoroughly assess overall eye and vision health. Thomas Vision's optical department has the latest glasses frames, and you get 20% off your second pair. Thomas Vision, Veterans Memorial Drive, and Kosciusko.
Sunstar Insurance walks with you through life's twists and turns, offering tailored coverage for every chapter. Our devoted team makes sure you have the choices and support you deserve, turning uncertainty into peace of mind. Whether you're securing a home, a car, or your future, we put reliability and care at the heart of every policy. With Sunstar Insurance, you're backed by a partner committed to protecting what matters.
I'm Robbie Robertson. I'm Bradley Tyler.
Sunstar Insurance, Court Square in Kosciusko.
Have you been putting off coming to the dentist lately? Hello, I'm Dr. Adam Middleton from Autumn Ridge Dental in Kosciusko. We are treating patients with a mindset we have always held, that proper, regular, preventive care can help keep your mouth healthy and functioning properly. We want all our patients to have a smile they can be proud of. Please call us at 662-289-7076 for an appointment. Come see us and we will give you something to smile about.
For 87 years, we've been your biggest fans. Rest assured, while you are cheering on your favorite team this season, Central Electric's team is working around the clock to provide reliable service year-round. Whether building power lines in extreme weather conditions or restoring power on a stormy night, Central Electric employees take your electric service seriously. We will be there to keep the game on. So enjoy this football season and take comfort in our team's reliable service all year long. It's our commitment to you, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
When it comes to your hard-earned money, every dollar counts. This is Mandy Hudgens for Citizens National Bank. Right now, we're offering some exceptional rates on deposit accounts. If you're shopping for a great CD rate, we invite you to come by and see us so we can help your money grow. Or, if you need easy access to your cash, our Maximum Money Market account is another great option to take your earnings to a whole new level. Best of all, you can enjoy doing business with our local community bank, so come experience the difference of doing business with Citizens National Bank, where we've been in business since 1888, and we've been recognized time and again as one of the safest banks in the nation. You can also visit us online at yourcnb.com. Through the power of local, we're ready to help make your dreams a reality.
There's power in caring, power in community. That's the power of local. Citizens National Bank, member FDIC.
Be prepared for life's uncertainties with the correct insurance coverage from the Atala County Farm Bureau. Let's talk about change. Sometimes change is good. Sometimes change is scary. But what is certain is that everyone will experience change. The Atala County Farm Bureau's review program is designed to identify the changes that need to be made in your insurance coverage. Wayne Blaylock and James Metters invite you to stop by for your Farm Bureau Get Real review. Let them help you be prepared for change. Atala County Farm Bureau on the north side of the square in Kosciusko.
Watkins Ward and Stafford welcomes member and partner Anita Goodrum, certified public accountant, to their Kosciusko office. Anita, along with Tammy Irving and staff, offer professional and personalized services and financial guidance for business and personal. Watkins Ward and Stafford is a full-service accounting firm offering QuickBooks, online hosting solutions, payroll, and direct deposits. Welcome to Kosciusko, CPA Anita Goodrum. Watkins Ward and Stafford, leading our clients to the next generation of change.
Premier Medical Group in Kosciusko is proud to welcome Dr. Jenny Kate Miles and Dr. Helen Turner to their team. Whether you need a checkup, ongoing care, or a trusted provider for your family, Dr. Miles and Dr. Turner are taking new patients. Schedule your appointment today. Call Premier Medical Group at 662-289-1800.
Premier Medical Group, PMG, good health is our priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome in to the Premier Medical Postgame Show. It's a happy postgame show for the Whippets for the second week in a row. A big win for the Whippets, 42-0. They pitch a shutout over the Eagles from Florence. One good nugget of information I like to say here is that the starting defense still has not given up a point. And that 7 last week was late in the ball game with some of the younger guys in. But Whippets put on a show tonight, Jeremy, and I still say that they did not get stopped offensively by Florence. The only people that stopped them were themselves.
Yeah, absolutely. And, man, just the, coming out in the second half up 28-0, and, it wasn't a whole lot of offense happening in the second half because it was a running clock pretty quick. And, it was only 13 offensive plays in the second half, 3 plays in the third quarter, 10 plays in the fourth quarter. But in the third quarter, there was 3 offensive plays ran. We scored on 2 of those 3 plays.
66% of them were touchdowns.
So was able to score a couple more, put a couple more scores on the board in the second half to top it off at 42-0. But you're right. The only thing that stopped us was ourselves, and so that's stuff that can be fixed. But hey, at the end of the night, beat a ball team that just really didn't know coming into this game. I mean, it was kind of hyped up that they were going to have a pretty good team, and they do. Quarterback-wise, quarterback's good. I know they were out. Davis was out for them, but their running back Myers. And the defense just swarmed to the football all night long. Even the guys that was able to come in. Was just swarming to the football.
I think one of those guys that came in might end up being our player of the game. But looking offensively at stats, unofficially, obviously, we're trying to do a lot while we're up here. But what's a quick look at the offensive stats?
Yeah, it's going to be when it's all said and done, Whippet offense will get probably close to 400 yards, between 300 and 400 yards, and the majority of that came in the first half. But Sandifer had over 100 yards for sure on rushing. He had a 16-yard. It was a 16-yard reception.
Where he juggled the ball.
Yeah, that's right. 16-yard touchdown pass that he got. I mean, Browntree had some good runs. Just all the way around. I mean, you kind of draw some of them out of a hat, those skill guys. But Sandifer did have a good night offensively along with Roundtree. But I think Sandifer's going to end up with a little bit over 100 yards of rushing offense, and then he's got a couple of receptions to go along with that.
Yeah, and Whippets got scores from Jackson Schuler on the running play, a rushing touchdown for Caden Wade, Roundtree with a couple of rushing touchdowns. You had catches by McBride and Sandifer. So, as you said, you just throw a dart out there, and you can find a skill guy that can really put the ball in the end zone. So that's a look at the stats defensively. We'll take a look at that. Nick Sudeth had a great game along that defensive front. He and J.T. Heron both leading the team in tackles. You look at someone like Mylan Johnson, who was coming in a relief effort. He did good. LaMarcus Riley, Travion Nash, Braden McNeil, someone that came in with a number of tackles. But before we get to our player of the game, we want to take a look at some scores from around the state in our Sullivan's Drugs and Gifts scoreboard update. Warren Central all over Pearl, 28-0. That one late in the fourth quarter. Pontotoc is shutting out Houston, 37-0. West Harrison defeats Forest, 34-7. You got the battle for the crab trap. That's what it's called, the crab trap game. Bay High and St. Stanislaus tied at 14. So they're fighting over the crab trap down there in Bay St. Louis. Heidelberg all over Quitman, 42-7. New Hope leads Choctaw County 24-21. Late game there in the fourth quarter. That could be a close one. Whippet's going to see Choctaw County here pretty soon. Germantown defeats Oak Grove 37-12. A final from Jackson at the Brickyard. Jackson Academy defeats Leake Academy 48-21. Brandon defeats Madison Central 17-7. That's a big one there in the metro area. 10-9, last update we had from Hattiesburg and Laurel in the Little Brown Jug. That's a close game. I think they had a little bit of a weather delay there. So, yeah, that's a look around. The last update we had that was Ethel was up 30-13 over St. Andrews in that game. That was late in the ball game. So those are some scores. You'll find more online at breezynews.com. Time to name our Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. And, Jeremy, we've said a number of guys here tonight that we could name. C.J. Sandifer had a good game. Roundtree, 2 weeks in a row, had a good game. Caden Wade, one of those probably can get it each and every week. But we like it when those younger guys kind of step up. And tonight, nobody stepped up bigger than Braden McNeil. He had 2 fumble recoveries, and I have him with 4 tackles and 2 tackles for loss. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Coming off the bench, right?
Right.
In the second half. He did get in some in the first half, so it wasn't like all of his reps were in mop-up time. He was in some of the, with some of the ones running there. But, yeah, Braden McNeil going to be your Autumn Ridge Dental Player of the Game. Now, that's something to smile about. Big thank you to Donald back at the studio, keeping us on the air. And, of course, thank you to everyone at Boswell Media Sports and Breezy 103, Melissa, Laura, Ashley, Lisa, BMO, Macy. Also, we didn't say anything about Jeffrey down here, Jeffrey Mitchell, who was our camera operator. We have Hayes Tyler on the road, but Hayes has some duties as an ambassador here at home games. He kind of has to work when he's at home games, so he's not able to be our camera operator. So Jeffrey Mitchell stepped up and was our camera operator. He did a good job. Whippets are back home next week to take on a rivalry game, a game that's always fun. Something weird's going to happen. You got brothers and cousins on the team facing off against each other. It is Leake Central. The Gators are coming to town next week, and that's always a fun ball game. So we'll be right here, airtime around 6:15 here from Boswell Media Sports. But that wraps it up for us, for everyone, our entire crew. Breck Riley saying good night and go Whippets.